think you're weird. I think you're dumb. That too makes it so fun. You're trouble, just go home. You're trouble, just go home. You're trouble, just go home. You're trouble. You think you're special.
So, welcome to Midweek Crisis. We're totally doing the thing now. So, woo! What I meant was, hello. I'm Shep. Welcome to Midweek Crisis. Polly Punk couldn't be here today. So what? Maybe he's busy. Fucking your mother. I don't know. Our guest tonight is Chad Shick. Say hi, Chad.
Hey, Chad.
We also got Dennis in the house. Hi, Dennis.
Hey, what's up?
And we got Robbo. Say hi, Rob.
Hey.
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 Sorry for the late start, guys. You guys go ahead and talk. I'm going to fix that camera real quick.
Talk amongst
So,
yourselves.
Chad, what's good, man?
Not
going
much. Just staying busy. Looking forward to this Friday.
What's going on this Friday?
Sick the Ripper and Melody Inn. It's gonna be so rad.
I've heard of this. I heard it's Milk Toast and Dope Sweater also.
Yeah, those guys
So,
or people. Yeah, I'm excited.
hell yeah.
You get to have your debut.
Yeah.
and it's gonna be rad.
Definitely
Hell
looking
yeah.
forward to that.
Super pumped, man. It's gonna be good.
This is your first time being featured in Hustler, right? Dennis and I have done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if we were gonna announce that tonight, but
Oh, wait, I thought that's what we were talking about.
oh, whoops. I need to talk to my publicist.
The jokes are on already.
Oh boy.
Yep. So off to a strong start. My bad. Hey, we got Alana saying hi. I think that's Alana.
Whoop whoop.
Hey, what's up, Alana?
Did you get put in Facebook jail and have to get a new name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard she was a robot today.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, playing on Friday. That's dope.
Yep.
What else you got going on, man?
Recording a couple songs on Friday, actually.
Which band?
Flops.
Flops.
Just
Right
some
on.
stuff for a little comp. 2 comps, actually. Hopefully 2 comps. Yeah.
So what all bands are you in?
And Covert Flops, and every now and then the Putts, and Sick the Ripper.
Sick the Ripper.
Every now and then the Jasons, but that's few and far between. But
Right on.
Emergencies.
That's actually how I met you.
Emergency situations. Yeah.
I thought you were from New Jersey.
Nope.
Yeah.
Indiana born and raised, man.
Yeah. The first time I met Chad was actually, let's see if this camera's working now. Let's see. How's that? Yeah, I'm not in the picture, but whatever. It's kind of cool, right? No? Okay.
It's pretty.
Yeah. We'll remove it. All that work for nothing. Either way. Yeah, the first time I met Chad, it's actually a really interesting story. He was playing with the Jasons, and I had bought a vinyl from the band.
Yeah.
And I approached you, and I was like, "Hey, man, I bought this vinyl, and somebody I have it still. It's upstairs.
Good. Yeah.
It's somebody scratched in it something about pop punk.
It was fucked up. Like
Yeah.
someone, who knows if it was at the Mel or not, but yeah, whatever copy of the vinyl that was, just fucking carved into the vinyl. It's a
Really?
fucking shit move. Yeah.
It was
Who
God
knows?
damn,
Who knows who
man.
it could have been. It could have been from anywhere.
Was
But,
it another band person?
I don't know.
Like,
That was
can
weird.
have a band war?
Shit. They've
The Sharks and the other guys.
they've talked some
Jets?
shit before and pissed off some other people. But
well, I mean, the Jersey thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It-
yeah.
it- If people are too stuck up and don't get it, man, they can piss them off real quick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But Yeah. So I think what I do, I think I gave you my copy. Yeah, I gave you my copy the next time we met at the Mel. Like I was there for something and I brought that. And I just had them hook me up with another copy.
Right on. Yeah. I still got it too. I was like, oh yeah, I'm saving this. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Just
I've never
random-
seen anything like it. I've
random
never seen, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I bought tons of records off of bands over the years, and not once have I ever opened one and that's the thing. It's like it was sealed.
Yeah.
So I don't fucking know.
Whatever.
So the
Yeah.
plastic was sealed.
Uh-huh.
So chances are
I
it
can't be
didn't
from a
happen.
show.
It
No,
it was
hold on.
the
It was
plastic sealed, but it's one of the ones that has a little adhesive
Right.
strip. So
All right, yeah.
some sort of covert op.
yeah.
And,
Either way.
Somebody went to a lot of effort.
I got a
dick.
dope.
That was-
yeah. I
that
got a
was
dope collectible though out of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
they can read about or watch it, listen
Yeah.
about it on this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Know the story and $100 right there.
Whenever they make another
Yeah.
No, I won't say. I was gonna say something about another Van Warp tour movie or something like that. Could you imagine if they brought that back? It won't happen. But
Nah, that shit crashed and burned.
yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Are you gonna go see My Chemical Romance when they go on tour?
If they come around here, maybe.
I would
Which
love. I would
they'd
love
probably,
to see
I
them.
think probably just hit Chicago. I'd imagine would be as close as they come.
Um,
Or are they coming here?
they're from
Chicago?
Dayton, so I would assume they'll be in Dayton,
No, that's not.
or maybe not. Maybe they'll be like, "Fuck that."
Dayton's
Fuck
a
Dayton.
Dayton's a short drive though, man.
Yeah, that's like hour and a half ish. 2 hours tops. Fuck yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it's not far. But yeah, Rob, why don't you do some talking while I figure? I'm gonna.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah, usually-
I was thinking about something completely else.
So without Paulie being here, it's kind of like one of those fucking things where whenever I talk about it,
I feel you.
whenever him and I talk about it, like the old podcast and stuff like that, I'm like, dude, like you always run the show. He's like, no, I don't. You run the show. I'm like, okay, Paulie. And he's either watching
Well-
this in Florida right now, or he's gonna watch it later. And he's gonna be like, fuck, he's right.
Well, I think what I've noticed is he picks up the ball when you're switching gears or something and kind of moves the conversation along. You know, kind of like so, and like you had just done about so. What are you working on? You know, kind of leading the next topic of discussion.
Yeah, definitely.
So how's your week been, Shep?
I've got 36 hours in for the week
Giddy up.
on Wednesday with a busted up back.
Well, that sucks, but
Christ.
they pay you for that, so that's good.
Well, what I've been doing is I've been working out every day. Stuff that's not going to hurt the lumbar area of my back, and it's helping out.
Oh,
So
dude, physical therapy is fucking the shit. It's saved my life,
hell yeah.
my quality of life.
Yeah. It's not too hard to figure out. The doctor didn't say this to me, but I stand all the time. This is not an injury. Something just didn't happen. It's, basically, I've been standing my whole life, every job. Like I worked for Domino's forever, and now I stand up at a table all day and I build computers. And so all these years of standing up and being a fat piece of shit has caused issues in my lower back. So the fastest way to like lessen the pain is to get rid of the belly.
Right on.
So that's what I'm going to do. And I've already been pretty good about intermediate fasting.
Well, here's what I will say. Don't beat yourself up too much.
I mean,
Because, well,
I like that fun.
hear me out, because I don't have an enormous belly. However, your core strength in general just fucking it takes care of your back, man.
Oh yeah.
And that's something that on a person who doesn't carry a lot of weight, when I get a little lazy and eat a little crappy and drink a little more than I normally do, and I do get a little gut going, it fucking, I notice it. Point being, the physical therapy and the the fucking hamstring stretching and core exercises and all that shit really makes a fucking it's night and day. What's the difference between being in pain and not? And that's fucking A, man.
Hell yeah.
Brought to you by Northside Physical Therapy.
Yeah.
Remember, we care a lot.
So I am going to work on that camera. If somebody could just keep the show going.
All right.
It's
Rock
a
and
little
roll.
blanky right now. So
All right. A question for you. How did you end up playing for the Jasons? How did that happen?
Their singer Jason V at a show broke his fingers and just getting crazy.
More than one finger.
Yeah. broke 2 fingers and then couldn't play guitar. So
God.
I'd been a fan for probably about a year or so at that point in time, and I'd just been like stalking the shit out of him on Facebook. And we'd met at a couple different shows. We traveled to like Morgantown and saw him, and Fort Wayne and everything, because they still hadn't played indie at that point. They played. I saw them for the first time at a show in Muncie at Be Here Now. Just
Are they still doing
completely
shows?
fucking random. Yeah, every now and then. Yeah.
I
They got
talk to
some
that
stuff
dude
going
once
on.
in a while. I can't remember his name. Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney.
Stumpf. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I always had to think. It's a dude with a chick's name. What is it? What
Yeah.
is it?
What is it, Sarah?
What
is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just like got drunk as fuck and sent them a Facebook message saying I knew all their songs and I could play them if they needed a fill in.
Dude, no
and then-
shit. That's cool.
Yeah. And then like maybe a month or so later, they were like, "Hey, do you like for real know the songs? Like, because we got some shows coming up and we want to get them done." And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And I drove out to West Virginia, played a show, no practice, no nothing.
No shit.
Yeah, I could pick up. I watched videos of them playing live,
Right.
and so I knew their whole set. And
Dude, that's fucking
just
impressive.
yeah, just kind of winged it, but it worked out really well. We just really clicked right off the bat, so it led to like a
Those
bunch
guys
more
are
shows.
always fun.
Dude, they're a blast.
and I don't know.
They're always crazy, and it's awesome and energetic
Dude,
and exciting, but like still courteous. They're not
Right.
crazy. They're not
Right, man. And
surfing
and
on
that's
surfboards in the crowds.
but that's something that I think it's fucking cool as hell that there are a handful of like national bands that always bring people out to the Mel, because you know we've made friends with them over the years, and like the Vibrolas, and you know they're from like fucking I don't know, Cincinnati or someplace, and you know a lot of bands like that, or several I would say. It's cool when it's like fuck yeah, man.
They're
You
coming
got
out.
local when they have a local following. That's
Yeah.
really cool that people here come out to see
They
a band from fucking New Jersey.
they love coming out here. They love coming out here because just the fans are awesome, and they got a really cool. I think it's like a mix between their look. I mean, the masks and the jackets looks fucking cool, and then feedback, and but then they just put on a really good show, and yeah, it's just awesome. And anywhere they go seems to really embrace what they do. But Indy and
And-
Fort Wayne are like a head and shoulders above everywhere else. For
One
some reason,
thing
it just clicked.
I will say that I think that Indy does well, and the Mel has embraced is, I mean, Greg was just, he fucking wrote the book on fucking hospitality to people in general and to bands in particular, man.
Yeah.
That fucker, if he had every dollar back that he put out of his pocket for bands over the last 20 years, he'd have fucking $60,000 or something.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so many times back in the earlier times when dude, he was covering fucking guarantees that we didn't make at the door, and we'd kick in and he'd kick in, and
Yeah.
just to, and that's something that it doesn't, things are running a little differently now, which is really good. But at that stage in the game, people are like, oh man, you must be making a lot of money in here. It's busy. It's like, yeah, fuckers. It's busy on Saturday, and you could shoot a cannon through this place, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't kill anybody.
It happens. Sometimes it happens. Yeah.
And
I know a show we played, it was Flops. Granted, we're fairly new, but local. The Putts, been around for a decade or so, local. And Haley and the Crushers, who's coming this Saturday.
weekend.
Yeah. And just stacked lineup. But they, the Crushers, they were on tour. So I think it was like a Tuesday. It was pretty funny. We just played to ourselves and Donald and Rusty, who came out. And it was a fucking rocking show.
And what I will say is, it to me, it shows a level of professionality when people will come in and fucking blast it to fucking 4 people. And that's, and from a business point of view, it's like, what the fuck, man? However, I think overall,
cool to watch.
over the long run, we appreciate it. And when the bands approach it, and that's one of the reasons why I have low tolerance for like really young bands being douchey about shit. It's like, dude, we've had motherfucker from Blue Oyster Cult play on this stage, and he's old enough to be fucking my dad, and nice as fucking could be, man, nicest dudes ever. They've played arenas, and you think initially, I'm like, dude, this is gonna be some fucking either washed up rockers trying to squeeze a buck out of something, or they're gonna be super fucking douchey. And dude, they were the nicest guys in the world. they had fucking great gear, and they just were fucking super chill. It was on a Wednesday, and this was probably like 2005 or something. And those fuckers played to like 10 people on a Wednesday, and it was fucking, it blew my goddamn mind. It was like being at I was having my, high school dreams. It was like having a personal, and they played the fucking all the fucking shit.
Yeah.
You see over there now? Oh, fuck. Man, this couch has a way. All these couches.
But yeah, you're seeing that all happen and you're home.
Dude,
that's
and
your home, man.
He fucking played Godzilla, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, yes! And it sounded so fucking good, man. It was just fucking epic. And to the point being, to that handful of people there, they got their goddamn minds blown, and they got to see some fucking super talented people who have done this on a big professional level.
Yeah.
Come in there, be cool, be nice, just have fun.
Right.
And they were having fun, and you could tell it. And we had a blast. And
some other people you just can't please when there's
20
people there, and you're like,
well, and that's one of those. Well, and that's one of those things that what I was saying with that having dealt with that awesome experience, it makes me a little less willing to put up with bullshit from some 21-year-old fucking. It's like, dude. So one time, I was on a Wednesday, and there was nobody in there. It was after work time, and this band from Lafayette, I can't remember their fucking name. I wish I could. Came in, and they're getting set up, and there's still like after work people there. And it's like, hey man, we got sometimes have a little after work crowd of sorts.
Yeah, that's not there for music, just to have
right.
beer after
And
work.
And the bands don't start till later, so not a big deal. Anyway, these guys come in, they set up, they're in early. I'm like, well, that's encouraging. And it's like fucking 6:30, and dude starts doing this fucking drum warm up. This like, and I thought, okay, about fucking 15 seconds or a minute and whatever, all right, it's like you get it figured out. Plus, it's goddamn 3 hours from the fucking show.
Right.
It's like you got time.
Yeah.
And anyway, he's up there and he keeps at it and just at it. I'm like, God damn, dude. So I just went up there, and these guys were damn near my kid's age. And I was like, hey man, we got lots of time. Can you go ahead and hold off on the warm up until, the after work people drift out? And that's how I said it. And so I go back about my business, and I'm there taking care of people, and I see him loading his drums off stage.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder if he thought I meant they needed to like load back out in the goddamn van or whatever. And so I went out there and was like, to one of the other guys, it's like, hey man, you don't have to load out. It's like, I just need you to chill for a little while till these people leave. And he's like, well, no, man, our drummer's super fucking meticulous. And he was like, they were dipping out. And I was like, are you serious? And then I fucking pulled back, and it's like, I don't know, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. I wasn't trying to be a dick.
Yeah.
It's like, we're cool. This is going to be fun. Let's do this. And he's like, well, no, he's made up his mind.
Damn.
And I was just like, so
He was trying to leave.
he was packing his fucking drum kit out. And I was like, time out, and trying to like, let's fucking sort this out before it gets stupider. And then the dude's like, well, he's not gonna play now. And I said, dude, is this his band or is this your band? And he's like, well, it's my band. It's like, you need to fire that dude because you're never gonna play fucking here again if you do this right now. It's like, dude, I'll work with your dumb ass, but fucking we're not gonna fucking put up with that bullshit.
Fucking drummers.
And
What the fuck?
well, to pull that around into context, it's like, dude, I've had my goddamn mind blown by professional musicians that you don't deserve to fucking lick their drum throne.
You just go, yep. Okay, no,
I
that's
was
cool.
just like,
I'll chill
all
out for a
right.
bit and go.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, well, this is,
If this is the hill you want to die on, there
yeah,
you
it's
go.
like, all right, well, I was like, you need to fire that guy.
Oh, God.
We did have a band got in trouble, and they were a band from Lafayette. What the fuck is it with Lafayette, man? They called
There are Hellraisers up there.
the places.
Hellions.
No, they were just dicks.
Sup, Tony?
It's they were the places, and between every song, he would say continually through the whole break for the next song, "We're the places. We're the places. We're the places." And it's like I wasn't having a great night at that point. I was just kind of a little salty already. And it's like it's like no break between songs, just that ass. Anyway, so then I was already a little annoyed with him. Like fucking fourth song into it, dude fucking drops his pants, whips out his dick, and starts doing the fucking windmill. And I was just like, nope, not today, Satan. I fucking had a beam of divine strength, and I went from the fucking bar and just pushed my way through the crowd and grabbed him fucking on stage and threw him out the fucking door. And he landed in the fucking plant out there. And he's like, what? And I'm like,
what do you think?
no.
Oh my God.
And so the end of that story is they ended up, I don't know, it was like a year later. So I see another band come in and they fucking changed their name. It's like, because I was like, that band is fucking never coming back.
Fuck.
It's like,
what I came across the other day on YouTube was the I Have a Knife show.
oh,
That just
I said there's only a couple of bands that are on the permanent shit list, and that's one of them.
It was so funny. So I watched it again and laughed, and I was just so happy I wasn't there because that dude, if I would have seen like Derek get kicked in the nuts and then Greg get kicked in the chest, I think
He got kicked in the. I was
in the
standing
Jameson.
there. He got punched in the face. He didn't get kicked in the nuts.
yeah, the guy kicked Derek in the nuts. As you can see it on the video, just kicks him
I was
right in the
standing
nuts.
right there. Are you sure?
Yeah, and then Greg didn't see what happened. Apparently,
That was after a trash can got thrown out the door. By the way.
no. This was on stage.
Well, Greg got
I know.
kicked. Yeah.
Guys.
Greg got kicked
I'm
in
the
the Jameson.
fucking photographer. I was there,
Yeah.
and I got pictures of none of this. Man,
But
that is not a joke. Shit.
I would have freaked out. I don't think I would have. I think I would have lost my mind.
It was
But,
a shit show. It was just a fucking rah!
It was insane.
It was
But
insane.
I looked him up. I
I didn't
Googled
even
him
know
after
Derek
that.
back then.
I barely knew him. I think we had been friends for maybe 6 months
Dude,
or so at that time.
I would bet
Who-
money.
Who are
I
you talking about? Derek who?
Derek
Derek May.
Mays. He used to.
no shit.
Yeah, he used to play.
That's
for,
right. That's yeah. I know you're talking
MG
about.
in the Gas City 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking
Yeah.
about. I wasn't
But-
placing that.
Oh man, it was crazy. And
I,
yeah, but
I've
they,
seen
apparently
Wilder.
they broke up very shortly after
well,
that.
and they went back to where the fuck they came from and got on the internet and did a big
it's like
and
you all still got paid.
and the thing that kind of irked me about that, I normally don't engage in Facebook bullshit especially if people are talking shit about the bar, because
course.
I'm just like, dude, I just can't. And it's
Mm-mm.
it's and Dave's not either anymore, and that's really good. But there comes a time where something like that, it's like, nope, I'm gonna fucking and I was just like, you know what? This is how many bands we've had here. And at that point, I don't know, like 15 years.
Yeah,
And we've had very few goddamn train wrecks. And
you were one.
if you think that you can do better, why don't
Yeah.
you go ahead and start doing this at your fucking house, and
Right.
I'll come down there.
But like,
It's like fuck, it's like fuck that shit.
it was all because Derek was flipping him off.
No, yeah, they were
like,
like,
you know how
he's
many
like,
times
I felt
people have-
intimidated. It's
How
like,
many
what
people
are you-
flip me off on stage,
I was just like, are you new at this?
dude? Jesus.
Have you ever played a punk show before?
God.
man,
People were up in front of the
I'm
stage.
so happy
flipping
that
me off.
Paulie's not here for this conversation.
Why's that?
Because that's basically, yeah. I don't know. He got in trouble for the same shit.
From which band?
It was at the fifth quarter. The band is called oh my god, what was the name of that band? He got punched in the back of the head.
Noise.
Yeah, for like no reason.
Paulie did?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. There's a bunch
By
of people
somebody
By the
in
band?
band or somebody in the audience? Or somebody of the staff?
there. No, somebody in the audience.
God damn.
I don't even know what made me think of that. Oh wait, you were talking about the
The-
Greg Renner.
what-
Yeah.
I have a knife.
Oh,
and
I forgot we're
kicked
doing
in
a
the nuts.
podcast.
What
Shit.
Yeah.
Ben
Son of
Diesel
a
stuff?
bitch.
We're on, man.
All right, I'm done. I'm done working. I'm hanging out now. Fuck this shit.
Was someone throwing ice at him?
What?
Screeching Ben Weasel throwing ice, punch a lady in the face.
Did that happen
Well, yeah.
at the fifth quarter?
No.
That'd be so cool, though. Do you guys miss the fifth quarter by chance?
I do.
Never
Oh
been.
man,
I miss all the venues, man.
I miss those couches and how they smell like urine.
Mm.
Oh man, it takes me back.
And that
Damn, they had more
Boys'
punk
locker room
points than
downstairs.
the Mel.
Had
You
more
got-
what?
They had more punk points than the Mel.
Oh, I'll be darned.
You gotta
Oh,
get some,
dude.
you gotta get some piss seats.
Yeah, dude, they had like, you know that this like wasn't it an old school?
We got,
Because
we
dude,
got all
it's
the
like-
points we can stay.
It was
in.
something.
At the dude the
Underground.
Daniel Jeffkey
Something.
memorial that they had there. They opened the whole building up, and there's like this gymnasium
Right.
with basketball
Upstairs.
court, really, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what
And-
it was.
Man, that was an insane night. Like,
I'd never been there for anything big like that.
but what's so awesome about it being insane is that it was for a good dude, and a lot of people came out. There's
well, man,
a lot of
in
people
that where
there to support Daniel.
thinking about just fucked up shit. I think fucking Worm, when he died,
Oh yeah.
he had just played a show at the fifth quarter, right? It was like an all day thing or something, or
I don't know if he played that night, but he was.
I
Yeah.
think he was coming from there,
Mm.
and he fucking wrecked on 65 there at the split and got killed.
So let's not
Talk about just things
yeah,
that are a
let's-
bummer.
like. Oh man. Yeah. Talking about missing some old friends here, huh? Yeah. I wasn't really friends. I met Daniel a few times, but I don't. I wouldn't say I was friends with him, but he was
Daniel
Jafke.
Can't think who that is.
Well, either way, he was shot delivering pizzas. So,
Oh,
Christ, yeah.
okay, all right.
but hey, let's not. Are we getting an echo in here? I don't think it matters.
I don't think so.
Hey guys, if
No.
you're watching online, let us know if you're getting an echo. Jerry said I do. see what else is going on.
It's a YMCA type place.
Yeah.
It's like a gym or something.
Anywho, yeah, let's not talk about memorial shows anymore, huh? Or anything like
Yeah,
that.
no
So-
shit.
You play a lot of guitar in a lot of bands. So how long have you been playing guitar? Like what brought you to the instrument?
I've been playing since I was probably 10, 11. My parents used to make me go to church when I was a kid, and there was a kid there like on like the Wednesday, like what are they like the fucking youth group type shit.
Yeah.
And he had a guitar there and he was playing. And I was like, oh shit. I don't know why. I always thought like shit like that was for like rock stars. You know, like for some reason before then it never clicked that like you could just have a guitar and play it.
Yeah.
Like it just never made sense. It was like that's just what rock stars have. Like you don't see kids having guitars. I couldn't imagine it in my head. And I saw that I was like, oh shit. Like
Dude, not when I was growing up.
I want
That was a
one
long damn
now.
time ago.
I just didn't grow up around it. So when I saw that, I was like, oh fuck, it's on. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I'm
How'd you end
surprised
up-
I stuck with it because that shit's hard. Like
How'd
especially
you,
when you first start.
How'd you end up getting your first guitar?
My grandpa had been passed away for maybe a couple of years at that point, but he had a guitar that he got at a garage sale, and he only bought it because it came with an amp and a little microphone, because he would play harmonica through it.
Yeah.
And the guitar just kind of came in as the package. He was a super cheap type guy, so like he just got it at a garage sale, and it sat in the case for forever and ever and ever. And cool guitar. It was like an old 68 Harmony Rocket, like an old like hollow body electric, like Chuck Berry type guitar.
Yeah.
And it's pretty rad. So I picked that up, and I didn't know how to play, so I just put it on my lap and like play with my thumb. And then I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Then I started taking lessons from a guy at the old Music Around in Muncie at the time. And he was just a bonkers blues guitar player, just phenomenal.
Did you grow up in Muncie?
Yeah. And so I just took lessons from him from like, I think I was probably like 6th grade till junior year in high school.
Yeah.
Damn.
What was some of the music that was like drawing you in to like want to learn? Like what was some of the first songs that you were like, I gotta learn this?
I even though it's the bass line through the song, heard it through the grapevine.
Mm-hmm.
And bam, 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 bam. And it's classic, but Smoke on the Water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hell yeah, dude.
that was the first one that like
That's the first song I learned.
you can like fuck off and it gets you pumped because you learn it like you're like bam, bam, bam. You're like, oh my god.
Did you learn to play
I'm doing it.
Iron Man?
No, it was yeah, like all that stuff is cool, man. And that's what I like about like Metallica, like their songs are so rad.
Oh yeah.
But they're also like kind of on the simpler side, like at their root.
Mhm.
So like you can be pretty jazzed when you're learning how to play guitar or bass or whatever, and you're like, oh shit, like I can do
Like
this.
you can get the basics of it.
You're like, oh my god, I can do this.
I played guitar my whole life. Basically, it seems like I got my first guitar when I was 8, and I went to 2 classes, and it was me and 7 other squats like me, squirts. Fuck, I've been up since 3 a.m. by the way. Yeah, woke up at 3 a.m. so I could work out before work. But anyways, yeah, fucking 2 lessons, learn how to play Smoke on the Water, and then that's it.
You're like,
For like
fuck you, I can do this on
for
my own
like-
now.
years, I just played that, and then tried to learn how to play chords or whatever. But I learned how to play music. I actually learned music on piano.
Oh, okay.
So by the time I actually was like, okay, I want to play guitar, I was pretty much good to go.
Is that pretty much the gold standard just to learn on? Learn piano? Because it seems like a lot of people that,
In my
piano?
opinion,
yeah, is that
the best instrument to start with because it's simple. It's easy to like focus on. Some people can't do it though. It's called singing. That is the best
Right.
way to learn music.
Well, but
Piano makes sense to a lot more people because it's just everything's just.
I'm
middle
joking.
line, you know.
I meant the
Yeah.
kazoo. The kazoo. Kazoo is definitely the first.
right. Well, I was thinking because what I've heard, because I don't know because I'm not a musician, but like people who end up
Can you
being
turn the mic towards you?
people that end up
There
being
you go.
multi-instrumentalists, it seems like that people who kind of go that route a lot of times started out with keys
Yeah.
and then they started doing other stuff and were able to get their head around that
Yeah.
easier, quicker because of their piano. Is that
It is highly suggested because the notes are all laid out beautifully.
Yeah.
Secondary to that, unlike a lot of instruments, especially other stringed instruments, you have to learn how to play music. You can't, you're
Right.
not, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that can play the piano like Bomb Diggy, but they're like 1 in a million without learning how to read music.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about piano is like with guitar, you have tab
Right.
and you also have, the traditional signatures.
Mhm.
Piano is all notes on
Yeah.
a staff, correct? There's no
Mhm.
other way to read it.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't read. I don't know. I can't read music.
I
I
can read it
started
very
on
slowly.
I started on the keys, but I would just like I would figure it out by ear, just by like
Yeah.
do 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 do, whatever, and just start. I could figure out songs that way, and that kind of helped me out in guitar too. Because
Man,
I mean,
the more, because you say that, and I'm just sitting here thinking about it on top of that, it's like, actually, you don't really need to learn how to read music to play piano.
right?
It's all the same. You're playing chords.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably the best instrument to start with just because it's all just right there up in your face.
Yeah.
You're learning your scales and yada, yada, yada. It's a lot simpler.
I think it's one of the widest varieties to learn first. I didn't learn it first. I started with guitar, but it's I love playing the piano. It's one of my
I
favorite
too.
things to do. I don't have
Soulful.
one, but
Wish I could. I just never learned it.
I'll show you.
like playing the guitar.
You're like, oh, whatever shit.
I feel like the guitar is one of the easiest instruments to take up first. The tuning of it is the key. If you can figure out and understand that early on, because with the piano, you generally don't have to mess with that.
right?
But with the guitar, you're going to constantly have to mess with that. But it's right there. And
They're
a lot
cheap.
of,
It's portable.
yeah. My
They're
my
also
first one was
hurt.
$7. That's how much
Well,
I
all
got
right.
my
and
guitar.
Well, it's a lot
ultimately,
of-
it's portable.
Yeah.
Yes.
totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
can-
it's
Take it to a friend's house and they can show you shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like if you're not quite on it.
In the
you know?
beginning, there's a lot against you too, because it like not only does some of the stuff is just weird,
Yeah.
and
Getting your
but
hands to move that way.
it hurts.
Uh-huh.
It hurt, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
high, like the skinny strings,
And
like
the-
they hurt your fucking fingers. There's a lot against you. You got to like keep at it.
The
There's-
hand muscles on the back of your hand,
Just like,
your wrist.
I didn't even know that could
and
hurt
the
back
calluses.
If somebody just
You
tuned
know?
in, they probably think you're talking about masturbating.
Oh, we definitely are.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
welcome
exactly
to the
what we're-
I know what
masturbation
you're
hour.
talking about.
We're talking all
You want to
bait,
start on the
all
piano?
mastered completely for the next 59 minutes.
So why are you jerking off on the piano?
Oh, it hurts. What do you mean it hurts? It hurts my fingers. It's so tiny.
It sounds chaotic.
Self-taught, though. Everyone in the room, self-taught.
Oh, man.
Thank God. Thank God.
No one had to show us shit.
All right.
Didn't have an uncle trying to
Yeah. This guy who gave me lessons when I was in the 6th grade.
the band camp. Fuck. God damn.
I want to see.
Things are getting a lot clearer now. I understand so much more.
All right. Check this out, Rob. All right. I got this cool, like, it's a joke. So you're just going to have to follow me. Hold on. Let's put the camera on you.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
Dude.
Hold on. We're picking up viewers. Hold out your hand, Rob.
Getting this much camera time. I'm gonna have to
You know what?
renegotiate my
Maybe I should do
contract.
this to Dennis. Who's in the mood for a good joke?
Let's roll.
All right, we're gonna get Chad. Hell yeah, he's the guest. All right, hold out your hand. All right, now I want you to imagine that there's a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead.
I've seen this.
All right, fuck.
I
Oh
have it.
man.
Come on. Do you know what this joke is?
All right.
Give this one to Rob. I've
All
heard
right.
this
All
joke.
right. You're holding 3 chicks in your hand: a redhead, a blonde, and a brunette.
Switch camera.
How?
Oh shit.
How?
It's still on chat.
How? They apparently must be very tiny.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna want to hold them in your right.
All right.
hand.
Now I
put
want you
these
to
girls in your right. hand.
Pick up the blonde. And okay. Now look at real close. Does that remind you of the first time you had sex?
No.
Okay. Put it down. Put the blonde down. Grab the brunette. All right. Pull up to your eye. Okay. Does that remind you of the first time you had sex?
I mean, vaguely.
Okay. All right. Then let's move to the redhead. Now, redhead. Sexy, right? Sexy.
Not my thing, man.
Okay. Well, hold it up to your.
I
Does
don't
it,
care for that.
hold her up to your eye, redhead. Right to your eye. You sure that doesn't remind you of the first time you had sex? Okay. Here's what you do. Put all 3 back in your hand, right? All right. Clench your wrist. Now shake it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little closer.
You're welcome.
That's a long way to go.
I know. It was Chad ruined it.
All right, Chad.
Joking.
Already seen.
What's your favorite joke right now, or your go-to classic?
Oh my God. There's this guy. There's a podcast. It's the #1 live podcast in the world called Kill Tony.
Kill Tony.
Yeah.
I've listened to it a few times.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah. They
Oh,
get, so they have comedians. It's like, it's the 2 guys and then usually a guest comedian, and they invite people, put their name in a bucket, and then they just randomly draw them, and
they only get like 2 minutes.
they get 60 seconds
Shit.
to do
Let's not
60
do that
seconds
again.
of comedy.
do what again?
Ooh, I'll take
Slam your beer down on the
take
table.
one. But yeah, they get to do
How
60 seconds
dare
of
you.
comedy,
See me slam a beer down.
and but they have a regular.
One of these.
Okay, I'll take one of those. And
This
they get
episode brought to you by Mickey's.
Mickey's.
Big Mouth, available at your local liquor store.
And but they have a regular that is just fucking nuts. His name's William Montgomery. He's like a modern. Yikes, Shep. That's creepy.
I know. I was trying to be.
Putting on those bedroom eyes. But he's just got all these crazy jokes. They're just fucked up. Like a lot of random like one-liners. Said, "I love it when my mom goes out of town because I get to sleep on her side of the bed," and just stupid shit like that. And I have a friend that's paralyzed from the waist up, which is a blessing because he's a dancer. And it's just he just got all these weird
Dude,
whack.
kind of like sounds like
jokes.
Mitch. You know who Mitch Hedberg is?
Oh yeah.
God, that dude
Yes.
fucking cracked me up.
Oh my God. My favorite of his is the cop busts him for blocking a fire exit. He's like, "Sir, if you're flammable and have legs, you are never blocking a fire exit." Oh man, that guy's got tons of one-liners.
Yeah.
I love him. God,
I
he
was
was
having
hilarious.
I was having a party and my neighbor started banging on the wall. It's like, use the door. All right, so what's your joke, man?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't
hell yeah.
have one.
You don't,
Come
you don't
on,
have a
dude.
joke.
You got a
to tell me?
joke.
You
I said
gotta have
two
it.
Dude,
of
you're
those.
funny,
Those are my
dude. You got
favorite
jokes.
ones.
You say jokes all the time. Say a fucking joke. Come on.
Do you have a
Chad.
joke that you've had for a long time that you occasionally?
Nope.
Dang it, Chad. Yes. Say yes.
No, I just usually
Say
comment on things. That's my.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The comments are good. I like
Yeah.
comments.
You know, you got
Dennis,
you
you
got a
got-
joke.
Nah, I ain't
Oh,
got no jokes.
fuck.
I ain't got
Rob.
no jokes.
You go and I'll go.
All right.
All right.
This is my favorite joke involving bestiality and incest.
Oh, cool. Right up our
So
alley.
this one tops the list of all the incest bestiality jokes.
Yeah, it does. And it's a traveling salesman joke, so it's probably top of my traveling salesman joke list too.
Oof.
So traveling salesman's out in the country. I've probably told each person here this joke at one point.
Oh
or
yeah,
another,
I've heard it. Yeah,
But he's out in the country
I'm down there.
and he knocks on the door, and little boy comes to the door, and he says, "Little boy, let me talk to your mother." And little boy says, "She can't come to the phone right now. She's out in the backyard fucking the goat." And the salesman's just like, his jaw just hits the ground. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he says, "Little boy, that's a terrible thing to say about your mother." Little boy says, "No, really, she's out in the backyard fucking the goat right now. And you want to see?" And the salesman's like, "Okay, I gotta see this." They walk around the side of the house. Sure enough, his mom's down on all fours, and this goat's just fucking the shit out of her. And the little boy's just standing there with his hands in his pockets, and the salesman's just like having he's freaking the fuck out. And he says, "Little boy, doesn't it bother you seeing your mom get fucked by the goat like that?" And the little boy says, "Nah."
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
That also is a long way to go.
The payoff's good.
Man. Yeah.
I got a follow-up joke.
All right.
Traveling salesman's out in the country, knocks on the door. Little boy comes to the door. He's like 6 years old. He's got a smoking jacket on. He's got a martini in one hand and a cigar in the other hand. And the salesman just looks at him and says, "Little boy, is your mother home?" Little boy says, "What do you think?" All right, what's your Shep?
All right. Man. All right. Well, here we go. Has everybody in the room heard the the story about the three people that went to the gates of heaven and met St. Peter?
Mm-mm.
Oh, beautiful. I got a room, at least internet. I don't know. But right here, I got a room. So I'm going to sell it. All right. So three motherfuckers, right? They die. They go to heaven, gates of heaven, right? They want to get up in that bitch for sure. Okay. They're trying to get up in there. But there's a dude standing at the gate like a fucking cop, motherfuckers, holding up the gate. He says, "Nah, all three of you are sinners. I can't just let you in here. You're going to have to prove yourselves." He's like, "Follow me." So all of a sudden his hallway opens up and he takes these three motherfuckers down this hallway, come up to a door. And he's like, "All right, first dude, right? You're going to come up in this room." Turns out this guy is an alcoholic, drank himself to death. Well, inside this door, as far as you can see, is every type of beer, every kind of liquor, every daiquiri on the goddamn menu. All right? He goes, "I'll be back 10 years. I'm going to make a choice." All right? Leaves him in there, locks the door, goes outside, takes two other dudes, keeps going, come up to the second door. Turns out this one, sex addict, right? Womanizer. Okay. Opens the door. All the big titty, beautiful woman you could imagine, every type imaginable. And there's only one person in all of existence that they are thinking about. And that's the guy that just walked in the room. And St. Peter says, "Hey, be back in 10 years. We'll see." Locks him in. One guy left. One door left. Right? Turns out this guy's a fucking pothead. Right? Opens the door. Guess what's in this endless room? All the pot, marijuana, cannabis you've ever seen in your life. Right? Dude's like, "Oh shit." Walks in, right? Grabs a pack of papers out of his fucking pocket, right? Starts rolling the joint. St. Peter's like, "Hey, I'll be back in 10 years. Locks the door. Fast forward 10 years later. Comes up to the first door. Dude is in the corner of this endless room. balled up in a puddle of his own puke. And he looks at St. Peter and says, I will never, ever drink again. And St. Peter's like, you're going to heaven. Hell yeah. Goes to the second door, opens it up. Basically the same scenario. This dude passed out on the ground. St. Peter nudges him, with his little sandal foot. You know what I'm saying? And he looks up at St. Peter and he's like, I will never, ever,
Fornicate.
in such a manner ever again. Thank you, Rob. Lets him into heaven. He learned his lesson. Goes to the third room, opens the door, and sits the fucking pothead in the same place. The one St. Peter left 10 years before. And he walks up to him, and he looks him in the eye, and he notices there's a tear running down his face. And the pothead looks up to St. Peter and he says, hey, man, you got a light?
Oh.
Oh, man. Oh. I'll be here all night. They're
Dude,
still
that,
laughing.
that laugh track is so fucking creepy. it's like the people under the stairs are laughing. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh shit. Have you ever watched like there's clips of sitcoms and stuff like
Without the laugh
without
track.
the laugh track
Yeah.
on YouTube? It is some weird shit. Watching like all these shows without the laugh track, it's fucked up. Like Seinfeld, there's like, well, Kramer, you know what they say. And then it's just dead silence. You're like, oh, it gets real awkward real quick.
Let me tell you, the last 2 days I've been contemplating something, and I tried to figure this out before Dennis was here, how to get a picture, a still frame picture without having to share the screen, because we got a monitor and everything here. I wanted to have a picture of Tally.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to be on the show.
Oh, like a little
Check.
little blip.
And here's the thing is like
Of who?
Tally.
Towel.
Oh. I see.
Don't forget your towel.
Dude, I need a drink. I'm too sleepy for this.
Well, maybe you could just print one out and we'll just set it on a stand.
So yeah, the last few days I was like, man, I want to have Tally. It's 4:20. And by the way, that was a fucking 4:20 joke, you sons of bitches. You laughed way too hard at that. You guys should have been like,
Bruh.
oh man. Tally.
Wah, wah. Yeah, you should have done sad trombone, not fucking laugh track. There you go. Got a lighter? Wah, wah.
Yeah, you know why that's not as funny as it was back in the day? It's because that motherfucking you can like eat pot now. You could like take little droplets or it's all out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's sad. I think that's great if it was legal in the state of Indiana, or like the only state in the Midwest.
It will be eventually.
Yeah, as soon as Eli Lilly and Roche move.
Nah, man, it's just there's too many practical arguments for it.
Right.
The taking some weight off of the legal system, fucking tax revenue. It's like, fuck it, man. Why should all these other states, why should all this revenue be leaping for the borders of the state when we can keep it here?
Yeah.
You want to get high?
Yes.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
It's creepy.
I know.
How good you are at that.
I work on it. You're like, oh God, what's the time?
Nothing. I just got text.
Oh shit.
It's called a Apple Watch. I can read my texts on it. It's the future.
You guys don't like my tally? Does anybody out there like my tally? Let me know. Just send me a private message with nudes.
Slide in the DMs.
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. I thought about doing that, but it would have been a lot cooler.
It'd be sweet if he was just
If I had a
always
picture.
there,
Yeah.
like one of us.
So Rex, I'm looking at the comments here. It's cool having this monitor here so we can see the comments.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I do see Rex Sharp saying you could turn down the suck a bit.
Yeah, that was. I had that on screen for like 2 minutes. You just didn't notice it.
I didn't even pay attention to the comments. Like, oh, hey.
Classic Rex.
Yeah, pretty much. I expect nothing less from him.
Love that guy.
Yep. He's the real heel.
Yeah.
Like if you sit down and talk to him, he's really actually pretty cool.
Of course. Yeah.
But like if you're out or if it's online, it's all heel.
There was one thing. He said something.
Shit, sorry.
I'm glad you noticed. I'm glad you noticed this time.
Sorry.
Passing gas.
He made a joke about the flops one time, and yeah, I mean, Rex and I have been friends for a couple of years at that point, and so of course I'm like, fuck, here we go. I'm like, I made a post. The covert flops are officially at war with Rex Sharp. And I was like, oh, fuck. What did I just do? That dude's too quick for me. That
He's
dude,
fast. Yeah.
I love watching him just troll the shit out of people.
Yep.
It's amazing.
He got my sister pretty good. I tried to explain it to her and she doesn't get it. She's like 53. So
yeah.
I don't know. She's not, she's not like old or nothing, but she just doesn't know people like Rex. I know other people like Rex.
Yeah.
You know who was also really witty and fast and funny? Chris Charles.
Fucking Hubert's.
Oh yeah,
fucking
Hubert's fucking slicker than grease, man.
He comes up with some fucking
on
spots.
the spot.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
Touche.
what. If you guys know anybody that needs a fucking DJ for your wedding, I think Hubert has a very particular way of picking songs and a very particular taste in songs that people
I agree.
will love if they haven't heard.
And that he really does a good job with kind of keeping the flow going, like
Mhm.
after shows. Until it gets to be clowncore, and that's just like,
hey, Dennis and I were playing around on the drums earlier, and I was playing that type of.
it's like, God, that shit's fucking.
He's like, you're never gonna use that. I'm like,
it's
I know.
super fucking annoying, man. It's like, God, I mean, it's kind of cool, and now it's stuck in my fucking head, but.
Rich is with us, by the way.
Oh, hey, Rich.
You know what? Why isn't he here?
Oh, we should. You should.
I'll have a discussion with the producer and find out why he's
call
not
him
here.
on the crisis phone.
Well, I can't. His phone's being used as one of the cameras. So
Oh.
I literally was sitting here about 5 minutes before I started fucking with all the cameras and shit. And I was like, wait a minute. Everybody in Sick the Ripper is here except for fucking Rich.
Yep.
Didn't make the connection.
We could have promoted the show.
I mean,
now
dude,
we
As a
can't.
group.
we can't.
Now we just
Now
we
without
cannot.
Rich Barker.
No one
Rich,
even
I'm
come.
sorry,
We're
man.
just-
You should be here. Yeah, he said he's look, invite me. Like, I didn't even think. I wasn't thinking Sick the Ripper, man. I was thinking Chad Shick. That's the thing is like we don't do bands. I don't want to have whole bands, although we are going to have a whole band. And the only reason I agreed to it is because every fucking time we have ASD, which is now known as Set the Bar, it is the most wildest, most insane fucking podcast every fucking time in the past. And that is the only reason I want to do a band. But very few and far between. I just want to have a guest.
Comment on that.
So my brain's not thinking about my band, our band, anything other than podcast and person. So
no bass. Yeah.
Yeah, no bass. Fuck. Sorry, Rich. Man, you guys could have been like, is Rich? Did you tell Rich? It'd be like, tell Rich what? He knows we're doing this. I suck at life. Sorry, Rich. Anyways, love you, buddy. Didn't even think about the fact we could have the whole band in the room at this moment.
I was just gonna make a comment about fucking Set the Bar. That's band Jeff's in, right?
Jeff Parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he is like become one of my favorite bass players to watch.
Dude, he's nuts.
Yeah, he's
one of my favorite bass players to take photos of.
Yeah, he's just fucking fun. Fun like that and fucking energetic. And who else I like a lot is, well, for me, the the epic bass players, fucking dude from Pizzle, fucking
Jason Pizzle.
yeah.
Jason
I
Pizzle?
yeah, it's like, dude, I really enjoy watching him play. I think is he in Lousy? He's in Lousy Sue, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's coming up too, so that's cool. But I enjoy watching him, man.
Yeah,
He's
man.
just fucking. And he's a
Stage
big
presence.
and he's a big dude
What
too.
Rob
He's
is
all
trying to
over the fucking
explain
place.
Is he really enjoys Jeff and Jason's stage presence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
they're
and-
amazing.
well,
Both
and,
of 'em.
and beyond stage presence, their musicianship while having that
Oh
stage
yeah,
presence.
exactly. As a photographer, a person that takes photos of like musicians and bands,
Right.
and I've been doing it for so long. And this isn't, it's not like you're going to find this in a manual. This is just from years and years of taking photos. The best musicians, people that are great at their art, will have stage presence. But more importantly, for a guy with a lens, if I'm taking a photo of you mid solo, mid anything, and you look directly at the camera, and this is extra credit points right here, make a fucked up face. That's the real deal. And I'll tell you what, I go to shows. I used to go to way more venues, way more shows. Now my life is a little different. I got 2 little boys I got to take care of, so I can't be out at shows all the time, but I still work it into my life. Obviously, I work for PRN. I'm in bands, yada, yada, yada. I try to get out as much as I can, respectfully. But I digress. Man, it's insane how many great bands come to the Melian. And not just the Melian, but other places too. We
Yeah.
do have a lot of talented musicians
Fuck yeah,
here,
man.
and a lot of talented musicians that come through.
Dude,
It's
I'll tell you what,
intense.
man.
It's cool.
Some other dudes. Another guy I really like to watch is fucking Brett Cantrell. From he's in Phyllis, but he's in when they do all those cover, like they did a Cars cover show, and they've done a bunch of different Halloween bands. Dude, he is so fucking good, man. Just and fun to watch, man. He's just a really good entertainer.
Probably one of the it's hard to like choose. This last year has been amazing for bands coming through. So, but Public Serpents is probably one of the most insane stage presence bands that I've seen in the last year.
Those guys are a lot of fun, man.
Oh yeah, but they're like crazy and they're really dope. They're like a ska band if you haven't heard of them.
Okay.
But you'll have to check them out, Public Serpents, guys.
They were in like 2 weeks ago.
It was a few weeks ago. I don't think I was able to make it that night.
Is that was like
That was a Wednesday. Yeah, I wasn't able to make it. I was at the no.
that wasn't Wednesday,
No,
was it?
Not
That was a
last
Saturday.
Wednesday.
That was on a weekend, wasn't it?
Was it? Did we?
'Cause I think it ended up fuck, goddamn now I don't remember. Fuck, I don't know. Dude, it all runs together for me.
Same. I'm sitting here like, fuck. When was that show?
I need a chart.
Yeah, dude, you're way more off.
We need a dry erase board.
Like, yeah, you have to deal with like 4 or 5 nights a week. Dude, yeah, I'm a busy man. So
well, and that's something that
they were good comments.
speaking of just performances, it's one of those things, like especially on a busy night.
Yeah, I was right. It was a Wednesday night. I wasn't there.
Damn.
Yeah, I couldn't make it.
Fuck. Yeah. We've had some good midweek and Friday shows recently, so that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting when it's busy and we'll be busy behind the bar and we're fucking da 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 da. And when a particular band gets in their groove and it's can be a full house and then liquor sales stop because everybody's just like, everybody's just fucking drawn, and it's like
Like,
fucking, it's happening. The magic's happening when people fucking gets in front of their goddamn liquor game, and people are just like, oh, whoa, and they just kind of gravitate. The attention gravitates towards the stage, and it's like, man, that's fucking super cool, man. That's
Super cool, but also like fuck up so we can start selling some.
oh no,
booze.
man, dude, no, on nights like that, man, we're cool.
You're already going. You're like, thank God.
Well, and on nights like that, it's like we want to watch the goddamn bands too.
Yeah, right,
It's
right.
like,
finally now we can watch the
Yeah.
band and take a break
And-
from slinging drinks.
yeah, it's neat when that happens. one thing we were talking about earlier, probably I think before we were doing the show was about, you know, like the Jasons coming, you know, from out of town and having fun and all that. It's like one thing we've always tried to make up for. And I was talking about Greg being kind of the fucking example of hospitality and all that. And that just worked well with us because we're just like, we need every band and every motherfucker in here to have the goddamn best time of their life because we don't have an advertising budget. We're not like on a strip where there's just another asshole every day and you don't have to worry about it. It's like, we want every motherfucker to love the experience.
Yeah.
And there was no like grand, like Dave and I had a business plan or anything like that. This is just fucking what we stumbled into, and we saw how Greg did and you know, buy some, help a band on the road, buy some merch. I mean, that fucker just beat that shit up, and it beat it into everybody's head, and it beat it into our head and Indianapolis's head. And people are like, oh, this is how you be cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's kind of given this scene or indie or whatever a good fucking feel.
Yeah.
Because like we aren't a big place. We can't guarantee you a lot of money to play. However, we will fucking make sure you have a fucking good time.
Right.
You'll be treated well. You'll be respected. You'll be loved. And we'll fucking rage out with you. You know, we'll party with you.
Yeah, it gets brought up a lot, especially with a lot of bands in our bubble. I mean, I've talked to people in other countries. I've talked to people in other states, and the Mel comes up a lot. You know,
That's
they're
cool.
like, oh my God, like you guys, that's like your local spot. Like you get to play the Mel. It's like,
I wish
you
we
get to
would
play
have
the
been,
Melody Inn. It's like,
dude, if we would have
yeah.
been printing
It's so
stickers
cool.
like 20 years ago, they'd be all over the world, man. If we
Yeah,
had Melody Inn stickers, they'd be on gear around the world.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's cool.
It's and we may have talked about this I don't know, one other time, but there was a dude in a few weeks back from a Chicago band, and he met his it's like fucking 15 years ago, met his best friend at a show at the Mel. They were in two different bands that played together, and they ended up fucking becoming really close friends. And that dude, they both live in Chicago. He's best man at his wedding, and the whole thing. It's like, that's fucking cool, man. It's a weird, crazy spider web of intertangled fucking lives that intersect at a particular fucking weird place.
It's legendary at this point for sure.
It's what I love about the Mel.
Yeah.
Is that played my first show there, I think in 2010 or 2009. And how long I've been playing on that stage, from like playing in front of nobody to playing in front of as many people as I have, you know, which isn't, I'm not trying to brag about that, but like
a full fucking house.
Yeah. And I have
and
a couple times.
A full house of the Mel feels like a goddamn,
yeah, it does.
That's, you know, it's like,
it wasn't necessarily
people.
in my opinion, it wasn't necessarily any of the bands I was playing in that was like really pulling in the full house. Like when we played with Harley Poe, that was just Rich being awesome and throwing us a bone and letting us play a bigger show. And you know, it's really cool to me to have made so many friends and good friends and people that I really like seeing, you know, when I can get out from the normal life, and exciting to have been playing with the guy who runs, you know, one major part of who runs Punk Rock Night after all that time, like to be sharing the stage with the guy running the thing and to have made a good friendship with you. You know, you own the fucking place.
And dude, it's with Greg and Rich, man, it just cannot be over emphasized how much personal sacrifice those guys have made to create that. And it is what it is, man. Because I'll tell you what, I'm there because I own the fucking place and yada yada, all the things. However, there's a cost for that. Try dating a normal ass woman and so I'm not going to be available any Saturday ever or a lot of Fridays ever, and look forward to spending Halloween and New Year's Eve at the Mel in perpetuity. Which and a cool chick's gonna be cool with that.
Sounds like you work at a pizza place.
Exactly. Yeah, same thing. Same
They do have
Except-
good
yeah,
pizza too.
Yeah, except
Oh, they
when
do.
it's I hear
It hits different.
It's the ovens. That's what makes them so
Dude.
good.
all right.
What
So
is it? A little bit of oregano, Italian season.
listen,
It's just woo,
word
my
on the
God.
street. Word on the street is that there's going to be a special PRN Music Award, Punk Rock Night Music Award, for the Melody Inn Pizza for its humanitarian efforts for saving lives and satisfying hungry tummies at the moment.
Definitely
Jeez.
comes in clutch.
Yeah. it
Okay,
does.
man.
So,
For a lot
the
of
delivery
people.
on that,
Something
man,
about it,
so
dude.
intense, Rob. It's so good.
Dude, shit's real, man.
Yeah.
So vote
Soaked in a
for
lot
I got
of booze.
goosebumps.
vote for Melody and Pizza when you get your Punk Rock Night Music Awards ballot. If it isn't on the ballot,
The Lifetime Achievement Award. the
Exactly.
Melody Inn.
the most
Pizza.
faithful, the most
Yeah.
faithful fan.
Like
award.
whenever those ovens die, you have to like get a clear casing for them and mount them on the
Stick 'em
wall
on the
with a
wall.
plaque.
Yes.
We'll put them on
Yeah.
stage and stomp them flat and nail it to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Office Space.
I like to put shit on my walls. Apparently, these walls are too busy. That is the word on the street.
Yeah.
Who said that? Who wants lazy ass walls?
Brenna. He
Dude,
likes his podcast clean. You know, clean.
his walls are busy.
Not what he shoots at. He's got records behind him, and it looks dope as fuck. And a badass PRN sign.
There's
Well-
there's a lot of memories.
This is
Oh, yeah.
lived
These,
in.
these
Oh,
are
yeah.
most things that you've literally either A, been to, or B, played on.
Well,
you
maybe
know?
we'll need to start adding some accoutrement.
If you just frame them, maybe they'll get classier.
Dude, yeah. I want to show the world a photo. So check it. Is that oh man, fucking echo. So check this out. We're gonna go to the live cam. Oh man, I got it backwards. There we go. Hell yeah. So now all right, so check this out. I'm gonna show you probably one of the coolest posters in the
Whoa.
house. All right. Oh, yeah.
Live cam, Shep cam.
Whoa.
So,
Dude, man, I gotta go. Do we get fucking coasters?
check that shit out, y'all.
God, dude, I hate that goddamn poster, man.
Grab that man.
16 candles.
Aw.
That's my least
That's cute.
16-year anniversary show starring the historic Melody Inn.
So cute.
Yeah, I got that on my wall. I got some pretty dope ones though.
I'm gonna go outside and kill the gophers.
Don't take the live cam.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I got enough problems.
So yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah, posters and shit. Look
It's
at this,
cute.
computers.
Whoa.
Welcome to my world.
That was some podception right there.
Podception.
There's a pod within a pod within a pod within a pod.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna put my headphones back on now. So yeah. Tell me, Chad.
Yeah.
Tell us about the dumbest thing you've ever done, because it's 420 while stoned.
Whoa.
Funniest stoned story.
This would have been shit. Okay, it's not that crazy,
That's all right.
but it's just it's funny. My buddy Eric and I, this is probably 2008,
Right on.
hot minute ago. We had an apartment and we were stoned and we were playing PlayStation 1. We had a demo disc. You remember, like, used to get demo discs and like magazines, like
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation magazine and shit.
Yeah.
And we were playing there's a section of the demos that were import games, and there was just like this Japanese game called I Am the Chef, and you're just like cutting food and like pouring beer, and like you have to like get all your food out to the people, and I don't know, we were just laughing our ass off, and then we ended up watching Zeitgeist after that.
Hell yeah.
And then I fucking like tripped out. I was like, I gotta go to bed. The fucking government's like in my brain.
Man,
That's
so
about as crazy as I ever got.
man, I know I just asked you that, and I kind of wanted to go around the room with that one, but I don't because I wanted you to start over. I want you to tell me about the first time you got high. First time
Is
you
that what I
got
missed while
high.
was that the question?
Yeah, so
Mm.
yeah, we're gonna because it's 420. We're gonna tell everybody
Oh.
tell everybody about the
That's a
first
good-
time we got high.
That's a good idea.
Shit. I was a late bloomer.
I was too. Don't worry.
I never do it very often. I'm good for maybe once every couple years.
Sure.
Fucking whatever.
I mean, nobody
Uh,
here smokes pot, so whatever.
And then
What? Why are you laughing?
That's a Mitch Hedberg. I used to do drugs.
I still do, but I
But
used
I
to
used
too.
to
And oh shit. So I was probably at tech school for automotive shit. And yeah. Out on a break and smoked weed in this dude's car and fucking
How'd it go?
it was hilarious. We had a fucking blast. I passed out. We were in electrical class. And I remember I fell asleep like this, smiling. Someone took a photo with like an old flip phone.
Dude, you have a photo of it?
It was a flip phone, dude. That shit's long gone.
Oh
That
man,
was like
dude,
some ancient
Did
shit.
the
you
first
ever,
time ever though.
Did you ever go through so after that, did you smoke regularly at that point, or
No.
have you ever been went through a pinch or a stretch where you're like, yeah, this is my thing?
Maybe a little bit. Like when I was going to school, I went to Lincoln Tech for automotive shit. I think for that whole year, kind of like it was just my friend Matt that I met there. We just fucking smoke all the time like that. But it never. I don't know.
So when's the first time you bought your own dope, Chad?
Fucking back then? That was probably 2004. I don't know.
Fuck, man.
How old are you, Chad?
37.
37.
Yeah.
Man, you are a lot later than me. I thought because I didn't.
Yeah, because I was probably like what 19.
If you're 37, 2004,
yeah, I was
homie, you would have been
19.
You would have been. Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's right.
19.
you were born in 84,
85
85. Did you just have a birthday?
in February. Yeah.
That's right. I remember the gift I got you.
Yeah.
That's some good alcohol, man. Yeah, I keep forgetting I turned 39 this year. I'm almost there. I'm almost to the big 40.
almost made it, dude.
I know.
40's
Just imagine
40's a motherfucking
my
walk in the
grandkids
park,
like
dude.
they're gonna be waiting for 40 when they're 40.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, dude, I could finally get my license.
Yeah.
Drink weed.
I could do 40 standing on my fucking head.
Yeah, I know. Rob, you're 43. What about your first time getting high? Do you remember that, Rob?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Was Theodore Roosevelt the president?
Fuck, man.
Go, Teddy.
It was probably in 1982.
Right on.
That's when I went to college, went to Ball State, and it's something that I had kind of had some contact with it, like when I was in 7th and 8th grade, and I was curious, and I was thought, well, that'd probably be something I would like. And then when I went to school, a guy across the hall from me was from Chicago. Dude, the guy turned me on to the Specials and to fucking Talking Heads and fucking a shit ton of bands like that. And this is goddamn 1982. This dude was telling me about places in Chicago, and he had been to see shows. I'd never seen a goddamn band other than in my high school gym. It's like that was it. It's like I lived out in the country. There were no, oh, hey, let's go see a band somewhere. That didn't exist. It existed in Chicago, but that's about the only, and maybe someplace in Indy that I didn't know about. But
excuse me,
it wasn't an option. And that dude, Pat Filippelli, turned me on to all kinds of fucking cool music because he was from Chicago and he got to go to shows. And I was just like, what's it like, man? Is it like, I was so curious about it. But he was a pot smoker, and it's one of those ones where he's like, you want to, I'm like,
sure. And,
Oh yeah, all the time. I was, yeah.
but that was when I probably initially it's like, all right, this is something I enjoy, and you know, I've gone through long periods of time of not smoking, like when I got married and had kids and stuff, and I was working my ass off at a place that drug tested, driving a
Yeah.
truck. I was like, I didn't smoke for years, but
I've
but shortly
I've never actually smoked pot.
right. Yeah, well, it's don't just don't. It's
a
time
gateway.
and money
That's what
you
I
don't
heard.
have to spend on
Choking.
other stuff.
Choking.
But yeah, I don't know. It was shortly after that I was enjoying it on a regular basis, and did that for several years.
Hell yeah. Dennis, you remember the first time you smoked marijuana?
No, I never have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I do.
I thought you were for real.
No, the first time I did, I was.
I've known you for 13 years. I don't think I've ever seen you high before.
Yeah, never,
Never.
not once.
Not once.
You're deep closeted high. You're a
Right.
deep closeted
That
smoker.
shirt's like a liar though. Look at that shirt. That says I smoke weed. I'm just kidding. It's because it's green. It's just because it's green. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done interrupting.
It's all right. So a friend of mine, couple of friends of mine, really knew a guy named Moon,
Talking to the microphone.
and that's who we ended up buying my first eighth from.
How much was it?
It might have been $20.
Yeah.
I had a shitty job and
Bless you.
Thank you.
had some money to spend, so we did. And that was back when, which was nearby, when Hardee's had the free fixins bar.
Free fixins.
In our small town, so we would get high and go eat lettuce and tomatoes and pickles. For
Free, man.
And I mean, a bunch of 14-year-old kids
Oh,
popping in, eating all the free fixins.
It's not a free salad bar, you little jerks.
It's like going to Fazoli's, just getting
And
hanging out with your friends and just
was-
stealing their breadsticks.
like the worst salad bar. They only had ketchup for salad dressing. but no, we
Fucking man, it's
where
good.
did you grow up?
in Lebanon.
Oh, right on.
It's pronounced
Indiana.
Lebanon.
Yeah, you would
This
know.
is
I'm-
America, fucker. It's
What do I
Lebanon.
know?
Ain't no town named after a foreign country.
Hell no.
Yeah, actually, the first time that we had done that together, we ended up walking to Walmart, and I used to steal a lot back then.
Oh shit.
And I ended up stealing Eazy-E's 187 album with real motherfucking G's on it. And we took that back to my buddy's house, who had this wall of speakers and everything on cassette. And we popped that cassette in and ended up playing that thing all night. That was like, it's kind of
You
like-
wallowed in your ill-gotten glory.
It's well, that was probably the 100th tape I had stolen by that point. But we definitely took in some gangster rap from the Godfather of rap, and bumped that shit. I mean, it's kind of brings me back to that. You know, when I hear that, like it's almost like my The Wall album.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
You're just like,
something that
Yeah.
whoa.
we ended up listening to all.
Makes
all
you
summer
think
long.
of a very specific time period.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Man, that's interesting. I was randomly. You hear the band Soul Coughing?
Yeah.
There was when that I don't know. I think it's Irresistible Bliss. When that album was out, for some reason or another, it wound up in my fucking shit, and that ended up being I very specifically. Well, it's going through a divorce and a bunch of other dumb shit, but something made me think of that, and I played it on my way home from work the other day, and it's like, fuck, man, that is very time frame specific
Yeah.
Oh,
to a
It's
set of circumstances I was living in at the time.
one of the big things I like about music is
Yeah.
that it does that to me. It's like time travel in itself.
Yeah.
You can close
Yeah.
your eyes and kind of get lost in where you were when it was new, or people
Right.
you knew, or a girl you
Memories
liked.
Yeah.
that you've
Whatever.
thought you
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah. It makes me think of whenever I hear that, and at the same time, and this is all, yeah, I like lots of fucking shit, and I'm not ashamed of it. But that Cake, Fashion Nugget,
Yeah.
those two records or CDs or whatever were a big part of Well, that was when I first worked at BMG Music Service, and when I met Dave, because we got free shit for a while, and when we got like dollar CDs and stuff like that, I was just buying everything
Oh,
in
yeah.
sight. It's like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
And listening to it, say if I like it, and not, if not, I took it down to second time around and sold it. And but that whenever I hear that fucking Cake, The Distance,
That's what I was wondering if that was the album.
it's like that one. Every time I think of that, I think of a fucking house party that I had just met Dave, and I had just gotten divorced. I didn't have any friends because my life was a fucking wreck. And I started working at this job, and Dave was single, and I was just like, hey man, we ended up just partying together, and we were at some fucking house party on the east side, and it's we're fucked up, and that was just blasting. And I met a fucking dude that I've been friends with since then, Brian Sloan. I met him at that party, and I remember that song playing. Every time I hear that fucking song, I think of that goddamn east side party. And a fucking Lee Smut,
Oh yeah.
he was at that fucking party.
Wow.
This was this had to have been like fucking
Probably 96,
yeah,
97.
yeah,
Yeah.
it had to have been, because this was, I was just going through my divorce. My kids were little.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like, that's just so crazy that I crossed paths with Lee Smut and these other dudes, and it was just a
Way
weird,
back then. Yeah.
just one of those house party things. And that's a cool thing about shit like that. When it's a cool deal like that, it's like, dude, it's like, I didn't know either one of those fuckers when I walked in that door, and then I've known both those guys since then, and had become pretty good friends with Brian Sloan. And he's a fucking lunatic, but he's the first guy ever to be arrested in Indiana on the law that they passed some law that says if you're crazy, you can't have a bunch of guns.
Well,
And it was some law. It's like, well, that seems obvious, but
they had to put that into a law.
But-
apparently, at some
so,
point.
but he was a fucking nutbag, and fucking funny, one of the funniest guys I've ever met. But his mom, he lived in Carmel. His mom fucking called the police on him because he had lost his mind, moved into her basement, yada yada yada. And he had like this. He was a collector. He had all kinds of cool shit, and he had a fucking insanely cool gun collection. And when he was getting goofy, his mom like, yeah, he's gonna fucking kill himself or somebody. And they came and took his fucking all his guns. And obviously, yeah, you don't want him hurting himself or hurting the rest of the world,
Right.
obviously. But from a hoarder collector point of view, I'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Imagine if it's
money.
all right, we're gonna come take all your records
Right.
because
Yeah.
you're an asshole. Like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't even know what all I have.
You
I've
play
had
them
a
too
couple
loud,
girls-
God damn it. I've had a couple girls do that to me.
Yeah, you just throw it out
Just-
through the street.
Or just suddenly she disappears and that's all your shit now. Hey, all right. Fuck. Thought I had that shit before you.
God damn. When I went through my divorce, I got out of there with a garbage bags with my clothing, a toolbox, a floor jack. It was like, I'm not fucking taking
Yeah.
this thing. Like, fuck this. It's like,
You don't even know how to
you're,
use it.
You're not going to use it. And in a car with like 186,000 miles on it and shoes with holes in them. It's like, sounded like a sweet deal though, man. It's like, I'm cool.
Yeah,
It's like,
It's-
all right, I'm out.
Yeah,
so yeah, my favorite quote, you know why divorce attorneys are so expensive?
because they're worth
They're
it.
worth it. It's like, dude, just pay any money. Just, all you pick up that phone, so just like just hang it right back up. It's like, doesn't matter. Woo. But I'm not bitter.
No, not at all.
I'm working on it.
Have you ever been divorced, Rob?
Only once.
That was a joke. That was a bad joke, but it was still a joke. So
You've
I
been divorced, right? You've been married and divorced.
yeah, it was clean though. It was good.
Yeah.
We don't hate each other at all.
That's good, man.
Yeah, we didn't.
Same.
we didn't-
Yep.
We didn't hurt each other or do anything fucking stupid. We just decided that we weren't meant to be together. So,
Dude, that's fucking. I hear tales of things like that happening, but it's like, God,
I mean,
that's awesome.
we were great together. It's just, I want to have kids.
We're still friends,
in it.
though. We're still friends, though, John.
I guess. Jeez, you're gonna like call me out.
We could
on
have-
the
I mean,
podcast.
we
Yeah,
could have kids.
I guess we can still.
don't
be
have
You
to
friends.
could
be together.
adopt. You could
Yeah.
God. So, believe it or not, I have smoked weed before.
No way.
I popped my
Did
green.
you just
my
start?
green cherry? No,
Today?
no, no. It was a long time ago. Little backstory. I was very sheltered all the way up until high school, basically. So, not allowed to listen to secular music, not allowed to watch Simpsons type shit.
Not allowed to smoke pot.
Clearly,
Dude.
No
So-
Simpsons denied.
So, my freshman year, I moved here. This is in '99. April '99 is when I moved here, and basically, I went back that summer between freshman and sophomore year to Ohio to visit my friends, and my buddy, his sister was a senior, and there was this big senior party going down during spring break. So we went to this party, and this chick had pot. Oh yeah,
See, that's why we're
the
against
marijuana.
That's why we're
and-
against parties.
Oh man, I don't know. Like the most common thing I say on Facebook is "See you at the party, Richter." But anyways. So yeah, I smoked weed through a steel bowl.
Did you do it just to so that chick would think you're cool, or were you just like, yeah?
No, she was like, "I'm
I'm
gonna suck your dick if you fucking smoke this weed with me."
Ooh, like,
No, bro, that didn't happen.
Is it crack?
No, my buddy that I was with was like, "Hey, this chick I know, she's got weed. Do you want to smoke?" I was like, "I've never done it before." He's like, "Dude, let's go." So we smoked this bowl, and we smoked some more, and I'm 15 at the time, so we go back because we have curfews and shit. We go back to his family's house, and everybody's asleep, and we watch Friday. It was the first time I ever watched Friday, and I was stoned out of
Dude,
my
see,
fucking mind.
That's just crazy to me because.
And then we
how did
watched
you not get caught if you're 15 and all goddamn high?
because my friend has older sisters.
Oh.
They're cool.
So the parents were just beat
And
down.
the parents
and it was
were like, yeah, they were
yeah.
in bed. They were
Don't
in
get
bed.
arrested,
Oh, nice.
Dude, it was
Don't
like
get
it was like a
arrested.
Tuesday night. It was spring break week.
Oh.
So they got to work and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then we watched Bride of Chucky, and I passed out on the couch. That's it. But Friday, it's the first time I ever
Yeah,
watched it.
Dude, I had to move away before I could. I never drank until I was out of high school. Never smoked
No
pot till
shit.
I was like, yeah, it's just like, fuck, man. Dude, my parents were
I
fucking.
think it's kind of wild though. I lived in
My
Indiana.
dad would have
but
fucking
the
killed,
first time I
killed
smoked
me.
was in Ohio.
yeah.
Pretty
I wasn't
wild.
worried about getting in trouble. I was worried about getting killed. It's like, it's like I fear my parents more than I fear law enforcement.
I just wish
Yeah.
that like Indiana would just get over it because I mean it's not even about
Which
smoking
part?
pot. The marijuana, obviously pot,
Okay.
but they're the number one opiate dealers in the world. I mean, Indiana is
Really?
pretty sure. I mean, we have Roche Diagnostics and Eli Lilly in the
We're
same fucking
number
market.
one.
Yeah, dude, this is opiate central.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Why do you
that-
think it took so long
Right,
to
right,
get
right.
alcohol legalized
Yeah,
on
no,
Sunday?
All right, hold
Yeah,
on
that
though,
was
man.
weird.
I don't think that. Shit. I don't think most of the opiates come
Do you
from those guys.
excuse me? Do you know like
No.
the test results that they've like scientists and
No, I'm saying that I don't
doctors
think
have-
Roche and Lilly's make a lot of opiates. I think those are more like I think like the Oxycontins and all that shit came from that fucking
I am so
goddamn
confused. Are we not the Indiana and like in the world like top 3 like pill producing?
we are, but I mean Lilly, I think the majority of the problem drugs for the kids in the street and adults and everybody
It's
that's
pills.
the
It's
opioid
prescription pills.
right. The opioid crisis is
I don't believe that Lilly wasn't making those types of drugs.
Maybe
It was the Sackler brothers. I can't remember. The name. I
Pfizer.
can't remember. I can't remember the name of the company, but there was one company was responsible for a fuck ton of that because they had the patent on Oxycontin, and they had the patent on Valium before
you know what?
that.
It's not even about the drugs that they make, man. It's about the power that they have and the fact that they don't want marijuana to be legal. They don't want it to be legal anywhere.
Why would Lilly give a fuck if it's
Because
legal or
that's
not?
that's what they do. They produce
If they
drugs.
sell antibiotics, why the fuck? It's like, hey,
That's
we
all
want
they,
more people
that's
to fall
all Eli Lilly
down.
does. That's all they do. Am I
They
confused?
they do things like antidepressants
Yeah.
and
Right.
diabetes medicine, shit like that. There's all kinds of drugs other than
Right.
ones that wipe out large.
I guess we're talking about
portions
two
of the
different. Yeah,
population.
I'm talking
So-
about big medicine.
I don't think
Right.
that people that smoke pot are gonna stop taking pills, though.
I do.
I don't think that.
I don't think that.
I don't.
Dude,
think
that's just goddamn addictive. They're
Yeah.
not worried about the demand. There's no demand issue.
When I
I
was
don't know.
smoking pot, I was still
It's
doing
still-
meth. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was to
Didn't
my
even slow you
understanding
down
that
at all, did
states
it?
It didn't slow me
states
down at
that
all.
have legal marijuana have seen drops in
I guess
studies.
all I'm saying is I don't think that Lilly or Roche or any of those guys. I think it's more just the reluctance of certain elements within the fabric of Indiana, which is probably every place but Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, Gary area, and fucking Evansville. The metropolitan areas are just a lot more like Iowa.
It takes like 150 miles to get to a state that doesn't have legal marijuana from here. Like to get past the state. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't think that big drugs has or RX, big RX.
Honestly, I don't think
you don't
so.
think they have a
I don't-
handle
I-
on this state.
No,
in our
I mean,
politics,
well,
in
they
our-
do, but I don't think it matters in this respect. They're just like, oh, fuck it, all right, we'll get them on some other drug, the get off pot drug or whatever. I don't know. Point of it is, I think that eventually it amounts to the metropolitan areas kind of getting a population, getting in a situation where they can leverage the shit, so that eventually it's going to become legal eventually.
Sure. In
I mean,
like
and
20 years.
it's gonna. It's like, quit being such a negative Nancy, man. It's 420, you fucker. Jesus, man, come on.
I'm making a big deal. A big
It's legal
stink.
today.
I'm making a
It's
big
legal
stink of it
now.
because it's the 420 show and we're in a state.
Okay,
that
about a
you
year ago, they in Indianapolis, the fucking district attorney or whatever said, it's like, yeah, we're not going to prosecute anything over an ounce. Decriminalization is a goddamn big step towards legalization.
So that's a thing now.
can't. Yeah.
It's
Huh.
all right. So here's
You
the
get a
deal with
ticket
that.
or something.
All right, time out. So we want to make sure that we're very clear on this. So the district attorney said that, and it was like in 2019. And then what's the top cop's name? The
sheriff or no?
this Indiana State Police the top law enforcement dude that's not the attorney general.
Yeah.
The cop dude was like, well, he can say that, but we're still going to fucking arrest your ass and take you to jail. You may not end up getting charged for it, but it's going to fuck up your weekend. So it's still fucking illegal. Don't fuck with it.
Right.
So the cop,
I mean, it's still federally.
so the cops were kind of like, we're going to enforce the law to the letter, but the prosecutor's like saying anything under an ounce, we ain't going to it's going to be a misdemeanor. It's going to be a ticket.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at
So it's not
In-
it's no sort of law change
in
or-
Marion County.
or reduction
Right.
on the books. It's just the
Right. We're
the
talking,
DA is saying
and this is Marion
they're not
County.
going after it. Yeah.
So, and that right there is a major, that's a posturing towards legalization.
Yeah.
Because like I'd said before we started this thing, it's like, I think that the arguments that are going to overpower anything else are, hey, we're dumping X amount of Hoosier dollars into Illinois, fucking Michigan,
Tons
and
of it.
everybody, it's like, we're dumping all that money out of there. And if we are prosecuting this by the letter, we're burning up a fuck ton of legal resources to fuck with this. So we're spending a lot of money on dumb shit, and it's costing jail space that we need for other shit, and it's costing it's clogging the legal system, and it's driving money away from Indiana it's gonna turn the corner soon
That's what-
because
that's-
it's just finance. It's money. It's fucking money.
That's what doesn't make any sense to me. Like with that, I mean, the tax rate that they're seeing in Illinois, at least, I mean, it's like a third of what you pay.
It's
for
gonna
it
it's
in
gonna
the
catch
shops.
up because that's what
It's a lot of
well,
money,
and that is one of the things
and
that
people are paying it a
if
lot.
there's
People are paying
the like the
I say ban alcohol. Make pot legal.
well,
Fuck
it's
it.
definitely the moral opposition to it is just kind of aging out.
Sure.
And now people that have been around their whole fucking lives are in positions where they're doing shit and they're like, yeah, everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
Let's when a politician's like, hey, I need to fucking find a way to stuff $1 billion back into the Indiana economy. Oh, here's the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, dude, this is a fucking no-brainer. It's gonna happen one way or the other.
It's so funny, like growing up in the 90s with Dare and all that stuff in
Oh,
our
yeah.
schools, like how that affects all the after school specials and all that shit and all the commercials. Like
brain.
it's so
your brain, Andre.
yeah. It's so funny looking back on those because like and how they can really program you because like
Well,
still like my first reaction to like anyone like smoking pot or whatever, even when I've done it and everything, like it's still like a knee jerk, like, oh, that's bad. And then you think about it, you go, okay, well, that's not bad at all. Why did I just think that? What the fuck's
Well,
going on?
and-
Like, thanks,
and-
Dare. You
well,
got
and some of it too.
you worked.
I think some of it too is if you grew up in a particular environment, the people when you're younger, people are potheads. It's like okay, that's a place I don't want to end up being because those are the dudes who are going to be a train wreck all their lives.
no matter
And when
what.
you're little, it's like, yeah, you can. It's very binary or black and white like that. But then you get to a point where you meet some people who got their shit together, who are intelligent,
Yeah.
whatever, who party. Then it's kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up. My parents didn't drink or smoke or anything,
Sure.
and they
Same.
weren't necessarily assholes about it. They just didn't do it. And
So
so it was not. I was never in a position to go steal beers from my dad or anything like that, which I thought was bullshit. Thanks, Dad. But you know, that's just interesting how that all when you kind of get exposed to a different
yeah.
type of person doing things, and it's like, oh, okay,
Like,
you're not a criminal.
Yeah, right,
You're not a
exactly.
fucking straight up deadbeat. But what it's like the thing about the Dare thing though, it's like, okay, that was kind of a blanket, don't do drugs, kids, which is laughable. But the fact that it was kind of framed out that way is what opened the door for the opioid crisis, because the fuckers getting hooked on pills weren't buying them in the back alley. They weren't buying them from their buddy. They weren't buying them to go recreationally have fun. They were like, well, the doctor gave them to me, so
Yeah.
it's not a drug.
Right.
And then you got like moms and normal ass people, teachers and all the shit fucking get caught up. And it's like, oh, they are an addict.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it
yeah.
destroyed their fucking lives, man. And I think the whole fact that it slid into the guise of, hey, I got a prescription for this. I ain't on drugs. I got a prescription.
It's all good.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
It's like,
Doctor gave it to me.
yeah.
Can you move your mic a little to the left, Rob?
My left or your left?
Your left. Yeah, there you go. Can't see your face.
Maybe it's better that way.
One of the earliest things I remember from like getting into smoking was that it like triggered the smell, and I was like, oh shit, that's what I've smelled in my house all these years.
It's like, wait a minute.
Like,
Man, my
vaguely familiar.
my mom swears she's never smoked pot. She was born in 1949, and so yeah, she high school in the 60s. Married, her first husband was and still is to this day like the biggest pothead I've ever met in my life.
What?
Total pot advocate.
Your mom?
No, her first husband.
Oh.
But she's never smoked pot before. And a sibling of mine got caught up in a mess and was holding some pot for a friend. The cops showed up to the house, and like my mom and dad both were like looking at it like they never seen it and fucking like wanted to smell it so they can know what it smells like.
God.
So
That's what we call
mom, if you're
acting.
watching this, if you're watching this, I'm bullshit. Your mom,
That's
right? Don't bullshit me.
that's how you don't go to jail, kids.
Yeah, I swear to God, she lives and
Acting.
dies by it. She's never smoked the pot. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. She graduated in like 1967. My ass. My ass. First husband's a pothead. She's funny. You know, she's mom though. That's
Yeah.
what moms do, you know.
Right.
I'm definitely not that dad because my kids are gonna get old one day and they're gonna watch these and they're gonna be like, damn, dad. Damn. I keep it real though. I will always keep it real. So it is what it is. I like to have fun and joke about stuff, but at the end of the day, pretty open.
Yeah.
I wear my heart on my sleeve. Not really. Man, I'm so high right now. I have no idea what's going on. Man.
Did you forget your towel?
Yeah. Oh man. I'll tell you what though. It is different not having Polly here, huh? A little different.
Sure.
Bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, you never, yeah. This is the first time ever doing a podcast with me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done a bunch of these.
Fuck yeah.
We almost hit 100. I think we were 99, and then we put it to rest. But originally it was a podcast, and then it turned into like a Facebook Live thing, which I assure you, whenever I have a 4-day weekend come in or something, I'm gonna spend all the time and I'm gonna get everything set up, and all these shows will be on iTunes and Spotify. Good to go. It's just
yeah.
I don't have time to do it. It's gonna take me sitting down and
Right.
posting everything.
Yeah. Posting everything and taking, the audio from everything and uploading it from one thing to another. And
Yeah, we use StreamYard. So which reminds me, I need an hour and a half later, put the banners up. Oh, hell yeah. Anyways, yeah. Hey, at least I recorded it. No, we use StreamYard, so it separates every audio. Like all of our mics are separated,
oh, right on.
and then the video is just whatever the live feed is. So it doesn't separate the actual cameras. Eventually, I would like to have that ability, but right now,
Tweet.
Chad, what was your first guitar, anyways? What was it?
It was a 1968 Harmony Rocket.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. Like it's like an open body. It's really bonkers. Harmony was like a Sears and Roebuck brand. So they're kind of
I had one.
dime a dozen.
It wasn't that one, but
they did some interesting stuff.
oh yeah,
They're back now. I mean, they're making guitars now.
and they're expensive.
They are expensive as fuck.
Fucking A.
But they're nice. They're pretty quality. I played a couple at Sweetwater. They're pretty fun.
Right on.
But they're just new models. They're not like reissues of old stuff. But I mean, it was a 3 pickup hollow body guitar that you could kind of had toggle switches, so you could turn on, like you could have all 3 pickups on at once, or just like the bridge in the middle, or you could just do any different combination. It was really cool. And I actually ended up selling it in like 2017 or something.
Right on.
I had it for forever. It didn't really have a whole lot of sentimental value, although it was my first one and it was my grandpa's, but it's like my grandpa didn't give a crap about it. It was just in the closet for years.
Yeah.
Not like you played the blues in Alabama on it.
Yeah. I mean, I tried so many different times to get it to like match my playing style and everything, and it just didn't work. Like it was a cool guitar, but it was just those old Harmonies are on the cheap side. So
Yeah.
like the bridge is just like a block of wood and it's not glued down to the body, because you do have to make intonation adjustments, and you just twist
yeah.
the bridge. on the body, and
Mine-
it just sits. The only thing holding the bridge on the body is the string tension. So
I-
like if you strum it real hard, it's gonna go out of tune or it's gonna shift.
Yeah.
And so it just never matched my playing style. And I was like, seeing what the prices they were going for, and I was like, this, $100 Sears and Roebuck guitar, like they're going for like $1,000 online. So let me just throw this up for like $600 on Craigslist, and it was gone in 2 days.
I had one. It was like a Jaguar. I was probably around the same age, like
Oh,
70s. It was like old as fuck.
old,
And-
made in Japan, weird
Yeah.
harmony. Yeah.
I made a trade. I traded a guitar for a Marshall amp. And I was like, nah, man, like you're still on the up here. Like it's got to be closer. And he's like, well, do you want this harmony guitar? I'm like,
Yep.
sure, you can throw that in. It was like my third guitar, I think. But overall, damn, I'm not even following my own rules. I'm not talking in the mic. Yeah, man, it was a fucking hunk of junk, man. I wish I kept it now. You know what happened to it? One of the bands I was in, my guitar player smashed it into bits and pieces.
Oh hell yeah.
At a house show. I was a junior that year.
I was surprised. Well, maybe like a year or so after I sold it, I was just looking on Reverb, just seeing what was out there.
Yeah.
And I saw it because I know.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
I saw it. The
Wow.
guy I sold it to, he did a little bit of work, replaced a couple frets, replaced the nut, and that was it. Because I knew it was it because there's a little chip in the headstock that matched perfectly. There's the truss rod cover had a little notch out the top, like a little crack. That was it. And I was like, oh shit. And I looked at my old pictures and I'm like, yep, serial number, like that's it. And they were selling it for like $1,200 online, which is about what
That's wild.
That's never what they sell for, but that's what they're always for sale for.
Sure.
Like I'm sure they get talked way down.
Dude, I have a couple guitars I'm trying to sell right now that are worth almost that much, and ain't nobody fucking biting. Well, the guild is, but the Epiphone is worth at least 5, 6, and I can't sell either of them. But whatever. Isn't that weird though? How that fucking works?
Mm-hmm.
You could buy a hunk of junk for $1,200, or you could buy like a badass guitar for, whatever.
Sometimes that's the way it works, man. But like, it was funny. Like I wrote the shop. I was like, hey, I just came across this. That's my old guitar. I've owned it for, 20 some years. It was owned for 30 years before that by my grandpa. So I just wrote them a message, and I was just thinking about, I was like, man, like that thing's in really good shape, and how that survived.
Yeah,
me owning that thing for like.
Sitting in a case for years.
Sitting in a
You
case,
got some pretty sweet guitars too already, right now, man.
But like, still, like, I had that when I was like a crazy teen, and like, man, there was times I didn't give a fuck about that guitar because I had, it was a couple years later I had a Strat, so I was really playing that.
Hell yeah,
for the most part. I still play that guitar to this day.
Is that your ultimate Strat?
I think
with the humbug, of course. You gotta have the humbug.
Yeah, that thing just. I got that for like $150 off my guitar instructor, and that thing rips. That's a Japanese Strat from the 80s.
Hell yeah,
that thing rips. But
my first love was an Epiphone Les Paul standard black top. Yeah, black top. Loved it. It had the 60s style, 60s profile neck, the slim tapper, which now that I'm much older, I'm like I recognize that like my my main piece, my fuck my life. What is the name of that fucking guitar? Paul Reed Smith, a PRS.
Oh,
I have the 594 McCarty, the American one. No, that's a knockoff. I would never hang. Yeah, but dude, it has this slim tapper. It's like an SG, but it's
it's funny
PRS. But yeah, man, Les Paul is
They're
probably my. But it's gotta have that thin tapper now. It's gotta have it.
I just repaired my buddy Zach's Epiphone Les Paul Custom. He broke the headstock on it.
Man,
well, he didn't break it. His cat knocked it off the stand.
I want a fucking kill switch on my fucking PRS. You want to hook that up, man?
I can do that.
How much you charge? $50?
Buy me a fucking case of beer.
Speaking of, we should all have a beer except for Dennis. Dennis isn't allowed to have beer after 8 p.m.
Is it already
Uh,
after 8?
Yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
dang.
gosh,
it.
guys.
Mm,
Yeah. But yeah, see, I
no,
like
no beer.
I like
All
the
right.
no, I'm good. I'll take
Let's
one.
go.
I'll take one of
Let's
my
beer
high
up.
lifes.
Let's
Fuck
beer
yeah.
up.
And
What's going on in that fridge, Rob?
I
We got a little mini
Got
fridge in
the
here.
High
It's the
Life.
chocolate
Got the
fridge.
High Life and got the Mickey's Big Mouth.
What's Mickey's Big Mouth? What's that all about?
It's malt liquor from
From the
Ohio.
90s.
I don't
From
know.
Ohio.
I don't know where it's from.
Yeah, let me see it.
This episode brought to you by Mickey's.
Mickey's.
For full flavor, drink Mickey's
Mickey's.
with a handy resealable container.
yeah.
That's why we used to always get them, because you could booze and cruise with them. You could like put
Here,
the
toss-
lid back
toss me a
on.
beer, man.
and-
It's not an
Dude.
open container.
Pass it to Chad,
All right.
and then Chad, just toss it. Just toss it soft. Yeah, boy.
Crushed it.
So where's it from?
I got to let it sit. It did get a little hype. Let's see. Government warning. No, that's not it.
Steven say?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Government
I got
warning.
my-
Milwaukee.
This product is from Wisconsin.
May contain cheese. This product was made in a factory where cheese is processed. If you have cheese allergies,
Jeez.
Church of the Cheeses. Anyway, there's these and there's some High Lifes in there.
Good throw.
Yeah, I'll
Good
have a
throw.
high life.
Good
Fuck
throw.
yeah.
You want a Mickey's or a High Life?
I'll have a high life.
All right.
And
Champagne and beer.
yeah. But like I repaired his yeah, thank you. I prepared his Epiphone. His has the slim taper neck,
Yeah.
which is cool. But man, my Japanese Epiphone, I'll let you next time we play Friday. I'll let you hold
All right.
that because mine's a Japanese, like it's got the Gibson headstock and everything.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be sold in the US because of lawsuit shit. So, and actually I bought that from Music Around in Castleton, $600.
Damn.
Dude, they had it listed as a regular Epiphone. And it's like, this is
Nice.
made in Japan. And it's like, this is like a $1,500 guitar all day, every day. Here we go. Bam. Took that motherfucker home.
Hell yeah. You gonna keep
But,
that for life?
I think so.
Right on.
That one's fun. Yeah.
PRS, I don't think I'll ever let it go.
Yeah.
Can I tell
It's
you?
cool when that happens. I just
Let-
bought a
let me-
Yamaha acoustic. It's pretty beautiful.
Let me tell you why. And this is, and I know there's going to be people that watch this. They're going to appreciate it.
Oh,
Sorry, you don't
no
know you
joke.
drinking beer. They're going to appreciate this. I have owned that guitar down for almost 2 years. It feels like it's about 2 years, and I string it up, I get it all, bend my strings, and man, I've probably tuned that guitar maybe 5 times, and I've played tons of shows with it.
Yeah. I'm surprised. That's what
It
my
just does not go out of tune.
that's what my Les Paul does. And usually Les Pauls are notorious for going out of tune.
Yeah,
And
nothing but trouble.
holy shit. Like it was pissing me off. The last time we played or last time we practiced in Greg's basement on Friday, you weren't there. I had to tune my Les Paul twice. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Holy
That
shit!
never happens.
But yeah, man,
It's cool. And you're like,
I
that's what
read
it's
up
supposed to do. I usually take it out of the case and it's ready to rock
the way
immediately.
they build that PRS neck, where the neck meets the headstock.
Yeah.
The angle that they use is like the most precise angle or whatever
Of all time.
or something.
Yeah.
But either way, man, that thing just never goes out of tune. And man, to me, it's like buying a car that runs on gas but never runs out of gas. It's the way
Prius.
that's pretty much what it feels like,
It's like a hot rod
So-
Prius.
So we passed the time that we usually talk about this, but I like to bring it up every show because it's one of my favorite subjects out there. And it's the story of it's a question of really of the paranormal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So paranormal.
Yeah.
What's your most notable paranormal experience?
Do you believe in ghosts, Chad?
I don't know. Probably not, but okay, there was one time, I think it was just my dumbass brain, but I was how like in like every fucking horror movie, you get someone there's always like the scene where they're like they open up the medicine cabinet in the bathroom, and then they shut it, and then something's behind them in their mirror or whatever, all that shit. Well, I had that happen at the house, and
The house you're in right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the freezer door open in the fridge, and I was like looking for something, and I was like, okay, whatever, and I shut it, and I swear to God something was right there. I thought it was Steph. I thought she'd come home and like snuck up on me, and I was like, oh shit. So I just like slammed the door, and I was like, oh my God, and I turned around and like, no one's there, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck was that all about?
How long ago was that?
Fucking years. I was
Years
like,
ago?
probably like 5-6 years ago.
You lived there for a minute.
Yeah. Since 2015. Yeah.
Was it a female then, I assume?
I don't know. It's just something was there.
Oh, you couldn't tell if it was a
No,
person?
it's just like the corner of my eye, and I thought it was her. I was like, motherfucker. And then I'm like, oh,
That's wild.
no one's here.
Like peripheral view.
Peripheral ghost. Band name.
Peripheral ghost.
Peripheral ghost.
Too hard to say.
Peripheral.
Welcome to the stage, Peripheral Ghost.
P ghost.
Yeah. We're P Ghost.
Did you have you ever seen a UFO?
There was a time that we were at Derek's and we thought we saw a ghost. We thought we saw UFOs outside.
Yeah.
But it ended up being fucking that new Starlink.
Oh
the SpaceX Starlink thing. And
There's
it was
like 9 of them in a row.
Dude, they just kept going, and it was like one would like disappear in the horizon, and then another one lights up. We're like, what the fuck?
Have you seen it where it's like higher off the ground?
These were clearly
in
outer space, like
so
satellites,
you could see
just like
multiples
flying.
of them.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
they were all in a row, and I was like, what the shit?
That's not an airplane.
In the
No,
la-
I
in
was
the
like,
latter
planes
of,
don't do this.
last of 2021, like every night you could see the International Space Station like clear as fucking day. It was like so bright. And
Weird.
I have this app on my phone. I can't remember what it's called at the moment.
Starry
but-
Grinder?
Is it Starry?
Close.
Well, there's that.
Very close. Very close.
Is it Starry Night?
No, it's like an astrology thing. But I got to the point where it's like, dude, I have that app. I paid like $5 for it. I'm gonna open it up and see what the fuck this is. Because you just hold it up and it'll tell you what you're looking at.
Yeah.
That's
And
super
it
cool,
said
man.
International Space Station. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I've been seeing this thing for
That's
like a
crazy.
few days, and every time I see it, I'm like, wow,
I love it when
that's fucking dumb.
you get
What
like
is that?
planets and shit that align, like
That's supposed to be this year. They're
Jupiter and
supposed to be-
Saturn, like do
Yeah,
their
it's a big
thing, and
one.
Mars, and you're like,
It's a big alignment.
Yeah, I think this year is supposed to be the big cosmic alignment.
Yeah.
aliens are coming.
There's supposed to be meteor showers tonight.
Do you know what? Do you know what year it is in Czechoslovakia? Did you know that they don't run on the same calendar?
2022?
Dude,
Yeah.
North Korea apparently does that too.
Yeah, Czechoslovakia runs on a I think a 10-month calendar.
What?
Yeah, the original calendar. Yeah. Anyways,
Original from when?
it's actually 2015 in
Oh.
Czechoslovakia right now.
Oof.
Pretty wild.
That's gonna make for some bookkeeping.
7 years.
shenanigans.
Well,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
Well, there's a
Oh, wait,
reason.
we have to have our
There's a reason
Czechoslovakian
why they burned all
table.
the books in the first 2 world wars. But so,
Well, but
Who did?
are you fucking kidding me? Do you not know about the history of books?
I'm pretty sure
The
they
Russ-
weren't all
the
burned in
Russians-
World War I
The
or World War
Russians and the
II.
Nazis
they should just go to Barnes
destroyed
and Noble.
everything.
Yeah, it's like,
They
dude,
just, I
buy
mean,
some new ones.
they were literally attacking museums. They were trying to get everything out of the
right, but
museums.
then the Allies won the war, and we get to be in 2022.
All right. We're not going to get into history because I clearly know a lot more about it than you. But
All right, wait. All right, can I ask a question?
yes.
So something that somebody asked last week, the week before last, was about your like stupidest or most memorable psychedelic experience.
Oh yeah, that was
if
a
you
good
did
one.
like on mushrooms or anything like that. Have you ever-
No, I've always really wanted to, but I've been like afraid to.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah. Well, I think I'd still like really like to do it, but there's like
it's
there's like a little
consuming.
yeah, it's time consuming, and I always man, if I ever do it and then I come out and I'm starting to fucking like wear some robes and shit, I'm gonna be really pissed. Like if I start wearing like
probably wouldn't-
sandals,
It's
I
not
wouldn't
like
probably
that.
start with like ayahuasca.
Yeah.
if
It's
I
not
do it
like that.
once and I start wearing fucking like
some of the-
sandals and
some of the
fucking
heavier
robes,
ones-
I'll be like, God damn it.
Yeah, some of the heavier ones, they could lead you to life altering, like where well, you know, you'll
Absolutely.
recognize your
No, I get
faults
that.
type
No,
things.
it's
and-
definitely introspective. I mean, it's like I remember the first one of the first times when I was kind of experimenting with that.
Oh yeah.
People would say, "Hey man, don't look in the mirror while you're tripping, man." Like, why? Just don't. You know, it's definitely something that, of course, you do, and you know, it's
Pretty strange.
interesting being able to kind of look at you're looking at yourself from a whole different
Like
perspective,
totally like in a different light.
Yeah.
right? From a different point of view.
Look at it this
Because you're
way.
in a different point of view.
Sure.
So all psychedelics basically release chemicals in your brain. The main one being DMT. It's the chemical that makes you dream. Ultimately, these psychedelics per se is what I guess the best way to reference it. They're just releasing what's already in your head, man. So
Yeah,
thing
but it's
is,
not like you can release
best way-
it at will.
well, no, of course not. But my point that I'm trying to make is when it comes to those things, I don't think people should do them unless they do it for the experience, clearly.
Right.
But ultimately, people, you know yourself, you know how you handle situations and stuff like that. So like when it comes to those things, I always tell people if they're considering doing it, like, not that you are, but if you're comfortable with yourself, if you're comfortable in your own shoes,
Well,
then you'll be fine. People that
and-
are not, don't take them.
well, and
It's not for everybody.
right. And I think something else too that's a big differentiating thing is when you are fucking around with it to fuck around with it versus
Right. Like
You're
I'm gonna go
doing
to a
it-
party and
right,
blah blah
right,
blah.
exactly,
Like,
exactly. That's
Be
what
a little
that's
more
what I mean.
respectful.
Because it's
Yeah.
something that
I mean, if
for one thing,
if you're comfortable with it, then hey man, have fun.
Right.
But if
right,
it's
but
like
but what I will say down that avenue is that you want to have I know from experience, you want to have a more controlled environment because you want to be able to again enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's so fucking goofy like that if you're in a fucked up environment, it's not fun. It's
sure.
It's
Yeah.
fucking taxing at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna have a bad trip and never come back. Well, then that might happen, but you also might just have a really fucking shitty time
Like
being really
sucks.
uncomfortable and clammy and unsettled. It's like, yeah, I've done it at shows before where it's just like, yeah, I probably should have passed on that. There's too many people, too much
yeah.
fucking dumb fuckery for my comfort level of
Right.
that. Where it's different if you're like in an environment like this, you're listening to music, hanging out, and you've got, and that's why I was like doing shrooms and stuff when you like go camping or something. Because it's like, okay, that's kind of
Sure.
fun. You can fuck around outside
Fuck
all
yeah.
day and look at this and that. But that's a whole different experience than doing it at the Indy 500. You know, something where it's like,
that's a
Yeah.
whoosh.
yeah, that's a completely different bag of shit.
Yeah, like when some friends and I went and saw Dead and Company last year. It was a fucking blast. That was
Yeah.
a great show. I
Now,
mean,
what I will say is
really,
that's a good environment to do something
Right.
like that in.
there's a guy walking around. He's like, mushroom,
Yeah.
shrooms, or he had some other code word, I'm sure, for it. I was like, nah, I'm cool. But no, it's all good. Maybe one of these days, but
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
there's something about that particular
always been interested in
experience
it.
is that type of thing is a very much a communal experience of people doing that same thing.
Yeah.
And that is something that's when it's like that, I've had some really epic experiences on that when you're with fucking, 8,000 people
Right.
and
You're
everybody
already kind of on
everybody-
edge, maybe.
right, and everybody's kind of on the same page. And then you got a band that's doing their thing that kind of you can definitely have a communal experience with a bunch of other people
Totally.
doing those types of drugs at that time.
but it's sure as fuck a goddamn sight from, again, like being at fucking some big thing like the track
Yeah.
or like some other
Some stupid house party that you're not.
It's just like, oh god,
You don't know
this
anyone
is-
at anyways.
and there's people doing dumb shit, and it's just, you just want to be very careful of your set up your perimeters beforehand so you can have some bumpers,
You're right.
and we're not advocating anything. I thought you were good. I thought you fucking quit drinking.
He did for like a week. That was
I
a week
did.
ago yesterday. Or,
It's just
or a
it's,
week
it's
ago
too nerve wracking
last Wednesday.
to do this without having some alcohol. So
Oh!
Yep, exactly.
Party foul.
It's like a drinking.
I just don't
problem.
want to sit in on the table.
That's a drinking problem, right
See,
there.
now-
Thanks for putting me on the spot and calling me out though. Oh,
Now it's
yeah.
gone flat.
No. No, okay, let me be real. I think I would have been fine without drinking tonight, except I have been up for
How does drinking
20
help
hours.
that? Drinking that would make me tired.
No, see, I have a very weird, like, I have ADHD. So, downers are uppers, uppers are downers. So,
To
for
a
example,
point.
I use I take Adderall.
Right.
I use it for work because it keeps me calm and keeps me cool. Okay, and then if I drink alcohol, it makes me hyper. It makes me not be able to sleep.
This episode brought to you by Adderall.
Right. So yeah, I have
Your
I have
nighttime
I have like
solution.
a very
Helping
severe
retards focus.
severe case of ADHD, and a lot of that is due
My
to
God.
having sleep apnea, and basically I suffer from sleep deprivation.
Do you wear that mask?
Supposed to. It's funny, like
should do
it's my my whole life. I've been this way my whole life. When I was a kid, I slept walk. I had lucid dreams.
Noise.
Pretty bad, really bad actually. But I have these really thin nasal linings, the whatever that run through my face.
Sinuses.
Yeah, whatever.
Sinuses?
They've tried to have.
I don't know.
They've tried to get me to have surgery. I've had 3 different doctors tell me I have to get surgery.
You need to get a nose job, bud.
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, it's now.
Do not waste your money on that. We can do that here.
Yeah. Well, I've also had my nose broken more times than I can fucking count.
Oh
So
my God.
whether it's being punched in the face or having a soccer ball kicked in the face, or
I caught
hit
a-
in the face with a baseball.
I caught a half empty PBR can right in the nose at the Mel. That was awesome.
What?
It was I still have like a whistle in my
Oh,
nose.
shit.
It was so funny. It was one of the Halloween shows. It was when there was the Gigi Allen tribute,
God.
Mm.
and Susan did that, and it was amazing. It was like first song in, I was like rocking out, and someone like throws a beer on stage because they're doing Gigi Allen, and she's just like, "Rah."
Susan,
Yeah,
our Susan?
yeah, no, well, fuck, what's her last name?
Alan.
No.
So it's not that. So it's not Susan. who
No,
used to
she was
work
on
there.
stage being Gigi
oh,
Allen.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I forget. I'm spacing our last name. She's like, like chugs the beer and then just like whips it like head level with everyone else. And just blink right in my nose. I'm like, oh damn.
Her last name is Frankenstein on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Frankenstein.
All right. No, it's Fleckenstein.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
yeah. Okay, right on.
Oh,
All right,
that's
I know
so
you're
funny.
talking about.
But oh man, I was like,
Did you get a bloody nose?
oh hell yeah! It was so funny. I was like, oh man, there's beer all over my face. I'm like, oh no, it's
fuck.
blood. And I went out in front, and there was like a food, some sort of food truck was right out front. I was like, can I get some napkins? I swiped it up, and it was good to go. And ever since then, just get a little whistle every now and then.
I got a bloody nose in the mill before.
Oh
I
yeah,
got caught an
I bet.
elbow in the face and it was in the pit. And
Oh shit, it happens.
It's just like boom, fuck.
Yep. What a night. That was funny.
That
was a great night.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was a good show.
it was tons of fun.
Hell yeah.
They all are. Every show at the Mel is tons of fun.
Stop.
Even when you get blasted in the nose with a beer.
Some are going to be a little stressful. By and large, it's a lot of fun.
Camera's on you, Chad. Don't get nervous.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
So
Nervous.
are you allowed to? So you got me a hookup on a set of tires
Yeah.
because you're the manager at the Goodyear in Castleton.
Yeah.
And it's super cool. I love them. It's great. I was gonna say, man, I should like do stuff on Facebook. Say, hey, man, thanks, Chad, because send you some business or something. But it's fucking horrible
Yeah.
about shit like that. So
Even just a Google review, 5 stars, baby.
right on.
Yeah, if you need rubbers, you have Chad.
Yeah, you need
It's got
rubbers.
rubbers.
Got all the rubbers.
They're ribbed. They're ribbed
ribbed.
for her enjoyment.
He wanted the biggest, blackest rubbers. We got him for him.
He's true. It's true. It's true. True story.
I got my tires from Chad too.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That's how I ended up. Actually, that's how we got hooked up because I was talking to you about it and you told me, and that's how
Boom.
Hell yeah.
I ended up
And
contacting
so
you
on,
about that.
and so on, and so on.
Very much so.
I was ready for it.
And I have since passed the information along.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So the setup's a lot different this week, huh? Like, check it out. Like, guys, look at how different the camera views look now. They don't look different at all. But the
Well, we did
entire
have
room,
a fucking goddamn
The
enormous
entire room.
crisis right before. So
yeah, well, that's what goes down.
I was thinking that the whole time, like, you've done this before. Shouldn't this be the same?
No, we have to move the
before?
shit. But Paulie also helps me get everything set up, and Paulie's not here, so
You blew it, Paulie.
no, not really.
You blew it, Paulie.
Everything's fine. Honestly, nobody even knew the difference until you just said something. Now they all know.
Y'all know.
They all know.
you know me.
We had an
You
issue
seen my
finding
downstairs
a
mix up.
camera stand pretty much, and then there was issues getting one of the phones connected to the Wi-Fi, and then there you go. That's
That
it. It's pretty much-
Password you have is fucked up.
Little
Well, it's-
behind the scenes stuff here.
Yeah, why don't you change the password to something
change it.
like password?
I don't know.
Password
Why
1,
would
2,
I?
3.
I mean,
Exclamation point.
I have it. It's in my phone, and I got it saved in my phone, and got it like a picture of it in my phone. And I usually don't let people use the Wi-Fi here because we're running off of it. So the show's running off of it, and I don't want to lag. But I just got the boost. Now we're on 5G now, so it's like
5G, yo.
380
5,000
gigabytes,
G.
whatever. It's pretty dope.
It's 5
Uploads really good.
5
too.
OG.
It's pretty good. Pretty
Word. I thought you already got the vaccination with the 5G.
good. Wait.
What are we talking about?
Isn't that what you got with the COVID vaccination? The vaccine? You got the 5G?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
man,
got
it's like-
I got my
You got your
I
chip?
got my shots.
You know that shit burns cancer right in your face if you have a tower next to your house.
cigarettes?
Seriously, don't look at it.
What?
I'm not even fucking joking, man.
Like the Cheerio cigarette? But
Were we talking about who was
are we still
telling me
talking about
about?
cigarettes?
No, we're talking about somebody in, I don't know if it was here or somewhere else, was talking about working, like, there's dudes that do those jobs of, go
What kind of
climb
jobs?
up and work on a tower and make a fuck ton of money because you're dumb and stupid and don't care.
Oh,
you're
like
young.
it's
but
they
they're
do it
like,
like twice a year and they
where-
make like $25,000.
where it's like you're not supposed to fucking, like, you can go up and work on it for 10 minutes and then you gotta
Yeah, right,
fucking
right,
stop
right.
or it'll
Mhm.
fucking boil your testicles.
Holy shit.
Dude, I am not goddamn joking.
Yeah. No, that
your,
kind of stuff.
Your testicles. Why? Your testicles.
Because it will microwave your goddamn nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My dad used to work. He
That's
was
birth control right there.
he was a electrical engineer at Ball State, like in their telecommunications department.
No.
And before that, he was he worked at Fox 59 in Fort Wayne. And so, yeah, they would have to shut off
It's like
things on the
it's like,
tower
dude, this is goddamn real shit.
because
It's like
if you go through it, like you're just getting radio
radiated.
waves
You're getting radiated.
blasted through you. And yeah, for real, like a couple years ago, he like had like a fucking bump on his arm.
Yeah, like you have sunburn or
They-
like
They of course took it off, had surgery to remove it and everything. And then turns out, yep, that was cancer. It's a cancer that comes from radio waves and television waves and shit like that. And, he was up, changing bulbs and towers and
Shit.
it happens. Working with electrical stuff like that. Yeah. So
You ever been electrocuted?
a little bit.
Shocked? Had the shit shocked out of you?
I got shocked by a coil on a car like 3 times. Like I was using an
That'll wake you up.
old school timing light, and it kind of adapted it to work with the car I was working on. So there's like an inch or two on either side of just bare wire, and I was real careful and made my timing adjustments. I had like old Nissan at the time. Like, yeah, maybe just a little bit more. And that second time I went to grab it, I just wasn't very careful. Tick, 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 tick. You know, I kind of bounced my head off the hood and like my knees off the bumper of the car. I was like, tick, tick, tick. I was like, fuck! Oh my god, damn it! That's fun.
I electrocuted I was working on my oven at one of the Domino's, and the person that was there before me, Jerry, rigged the ovens to be running on the same power, and I didn't know it. And I unplugged the oven that I was working on, but I didn't know that it had power running to it.
That's why you use
And-
that's why we drug
breakers.
test, Shep.
Okay, so let me start over.
All right.
There's 2 ovens. Somebody opened up the bottom oven and wired it to the top oven electrically. And I did not know that they had done that.
Was it
I
220?
had the oven that I was working on unplugged, but I didn't know that it
Holy
Had been like
fuck.
jumpered.
right. And I was in the oven, and I was rewiring the power switch and a couple other switches. And when I went to do work on the power line to turn the on and off switch, I electrocuted myself.
Nice.
Did you get so what happened? Did it well the thing about that is
I didn't pee my
you
pants.
can't let go of it, man. It's like you're making a circuit.
Yeah,
So did you get like burned?
I got
or-
off. Like, dude, I
Sick.
came
You
everywhere.
came.
No, I got off of it pretty quick.
I didn't pee my pants. I did shit and cum though.
Yeah.
What's funny is I didn't realize that's what had happened. I didn't realize that's what had happened, and I made a post about it on Facebook that like not shortly after that, and people were giving me the runaround. I'm like, I unplugged the fucking oven. How can I get electrocuted? And then lo and behold,
Yeah.
Dude, this should be
Come
a
find
safety video.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's really fucked up?
but
So-
who wires 2 ovens together?
Some
Dominoes.
some
It
cheap
was-
assholes like fuck
it
it, we
was
need this oven
knuckin'
right now.
fucks.
What-
True stories.
This is probably like 2006 or so, and I was working at Honda at a Honda dealer, and we were getting a bunch of special training stuff and tools and all that stuff for a lot of the new hybrids that were coming out, and because Honda was just like kind of getting into that. And one of the special tools was like this. It was about probably maybe 6 foot tall, and
Thing that went zzzt,
it was
zzzt.
it was bright. It was orange, and it looked like a shepherd's hook, but it was all plastic, and it was like a thick boy, like big hook of like plastic,
a big orange plastic hook.
orange plastic hook. So, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And they go, well, if a technician is working on the hybrid battery and they short it and are getting zapped and can't let go, you got to run and grab this hook and hook them off. It's made of plastic, so it's not
Right.
conductive, and you just
God
yank 'em off the
damn,
car, and I
so
was
that's some
fuck all of that.
that's some
no
medieval technology
way.
for a modern problem.
Ooh,
Hit him with a 2x4.
yeah, just fuck.
Oh shit.
Grab the car in the next stall and run it into him and hit him. That'll get him off of it. Ugh, I was
Hopefully
like,
they don't have a
"Fuck."
heart condition.
Yeah, son of a bitch, this is gross. I don't want to think about Bob in the next bay over getting freaking
Getting
fried.
Make
Fuck
sure the path to the big plastic hook is clear.
Yeah, shit.
It's right by the eye wash station. Do they tell you not to stand in a puddle while you're working on an electric car?
Ugh. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that'll show fucking.
They'll light you up, I'm sure.
I was fucking around at the mall and cleaning up some stuff, and there was a fucking piece of Romex, electric wire sticking up out of the floor over there by the corner where that little half table is by the corner of the pool table and the mirror and the cooler.
Oh yeah.
Right back over there. And there's this just wire, like that old Romax looking shit. It's like all shiny fish scale looking, and it's sticking up out of the ground just there. And
You're like, that can't be plugged in.
right.
Anything.
He's like, yeah, it's like, surely that's not a live wire there. And one of the fucking bums that used to come in and help me out was in there, fucking loading beer around. And I had a pair of fucking wire snips, just like little, like little ones, not like big ones. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to snip this off of the floor so nobody trips on it or whatever. And I fucking went and did that, and it whap, and it fucking knocked me back. And dude, Jerry, the bike guy that used to come, dude, that motherfucker jumped like 3 feet tall. He's like, what the fuck? And it fucking ruined that set of fucking snips, man. It like melted a big chunk. It's like, God damn, that was 220, motherfucker.
Yeah. We got any electrical tape?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, fuck. God damn.
Just put a table over it.
Yeah. Moral of the story is every wire's live until you check it and verify that it is not.
I had an old friend that was an electrician that rewired a house from fuses to breakers, and we didn't call the power company to do it, so he did it hot. And
so he's like,
we were up on the roof though. Well, one of the first things he did was he disconnected the power line from the house because it runs to the house.
right.
So he disconnected that, and he was like, he told me both times because we were both standing on my roof, and he was like, listen, if this hits me, kick me off the roof. Just kick me straight off the roof. And it's 2 stories up. And thankfully, nothing happened when he connected and disconnected because he was a professional electrician and he knew what he was doing. But, super dangerous. Don't recommend that. But I worked with him for a summer. And we were taking existing wire out of a business and putting in new routes for the place. They were expanding. And I'm working off a junction box, which is where like all these wires come
right.
together. And it was kind of the Romex or, the metal coated wiring running to this junction box. And I'm pulling this wire set out of a junction box, and I keep feeling like what feels like my funny bone. And, and I'm pulling on the wire, and I felt that, and I didn't know what it was. And it made me kind of drop what I had. And I'm so stupid that I picked it right back up and pulled it again. And I think I did that 3 or 4 times before I finally realized every time you're doing that, you idiot, you're getting shocked. But yeah, and I don't even think the breaker tripped on that. Thankfully, it was nothing more than a 110. But,
Yeah.
There was another.
My nerves are crazy today.
Right. I mean,
It's like ants all over me.
Funny.
gave me an instant boner, and it's changed my life ever since. Things have gotten different in
That
the bedroom.
explains so much.
It takes a much higher level today than it used to
Dude.
to excite things. But
Good to know.
so yeah, it's electric. The bed in the bedroom.
It's
But-
electric
yeah.
in the bedroom.
So there was another job that I had when I worked at a pizza shop, and the breadstick warmer and the table for the substation both being stainless steel, and there was a wiring issue in the building if you touched those 2 things at the same time, which they were right next to each other, and you would often be doing that it would zap the shit out of you. And it was kind of mean.
With a new person.
Yes. We used to escort the new person right over there and be like, so touch this and then this, and get the new people. But yeah, we were assholes.
We had an issue for a minute where the ice machine at the mill had some goddamn that fucker's broken every month. But we had the same deal where if you touch the ice machine and the cooler on the other side, it would jolt you. And that was back when Nicole Scagnoli worked there. And of course, the first people who figured out, it's like, hey, let's
Right.
hey, get her over there and touch this. And dude, she screamed and she jumped like fucking 4 feet vertically. It's like, twang! It was like, that was fucking
Man.
hysterical.
You remember little Derek and the Dominus?
I do.
Dude, speaking of like new guy shit, like, man, he started this trend at the Noids for a bit, man. It was going down for like 2 years. I'd say about 2 years. He had one of the new employees called another location. I think it was the downtown location, and then so on and so forth until somebody finally told him the truth. He was calling other stores trying to find plain wing sauce. And it took like 6 stores for somebody to be like, bro,
dude.
there's no such thing as plain wing sauce. Because everybody was like, in on it. Like, I don't know. I can't remember dude names. Probably like Brad.
Call
like,
downtown.
like,
Holy shit,
like-
we just got 2 orders for plain wings. We don't have the sauce. Call that other
Yeah,
store.
So yeah, Derek had this new guy call like essentially a bunch of stores until somebody told him what was happening here.
Somebody
And like,
felt
yeah,
sorry
could you
for
imagine?
him.
Like they answer the Domino's Pizza and it's like, hey, this is Brad from the central location. My manager needs me to call and see if you have any plain wing sauce. And sure as shit, man, because all these calls are recorded.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
We just
I
ran out.
had to pull it up. I had to pull them up. And man, like, God. And the thing is, I'd never heard that before. And I'd worked in pizza for like 15 years at that point. I never heard.
So did the first 3 stores dude go along with it?
No,
Like, yeah,
dude,
man,
like,
we're fresh out.
like immediately, either it's almost as if they didn't realize, but they did. There's no way. I mean, he just had to be super naive. But one of the calls was like immediate, so it made me question maybe they didn't even know. But all the other ones until somebody was like, bro, there's no such thing as that. They're fucking with you. They were all like, hey, Mark, do we have any plain wing sauce? Like legit. I'm like, yeah, do it, son. Woo! Like, get it. Like, man,
that's perfect.
Derek's genius, man. Like, oh, dude, I don't condone this behavior. And believe me, he was reprimanded for this. But when I found out he was doing it,
Was he really reprimanded?
oh, bro, yeah, I got all up in that ass. No, I fucking got, I had a very serious conversation, which when Derek and I worked together, like, so, okay, let's say it was whoever, like Margaret, and she had done something like this. I would,
Classic.
Step her aside and talk to her, be like, look, Margaret, we got a complaint about a situation where you had said something to a customer on the phone. And now Derek's like, you fucking idiot. Did you really fucking, that's Derek and I talking, at work. But no, man, this motherfucker, he one night he just snapped and then he just started doing it all the time because he was hysterical. Whenever he was like in a bad mood or just didn't want to fucking deal with assholes calling, complaining, like Derek's Derek. But man, they're like, I want to talk to your manager. This motherfucker would be like, okay, I am the manager. They're like, no, I want to talk to your manager. What's their name? He's like, Tone. And they're like, let me speak to Tone. He goes, okay, click. Straight up, bro. Straight
Nice.
up. Like, fuck.
All right.
Dude used
Nice.
to do that shit, man.
Have you ever delivered pizzas for a living?
No,
Never.
Have you?
Never. Never have.
Dude, and it's so weird because in my life, so many people that I've become friends with, I did it for fucking, I don't know, six years or so. I delivered and I managed and
It's fucking
at
awesome.
Domino's in Muncie at the
Yeah.
Dill Street store and
Dill Street.
and I worked a couple of other stores when there were several. And that's just so weird that Hubert used to deliver pizzas. Bunch of people I know through the mail.
Yeah.
You did time in the pizza gig, and it's a fucking certain set of kind of weirdos that wind up in
man.
that.
Like the tips, the weird tips.
Just the weird people, man. Just
Did you get the
awkward
Pizza
offers.
people.
the housewife towel drops?
no,
Oh, dude.
that was
I had that
everybody.
bro.
I've had that.
I
Nah,
never,
bro,
never
nah.
had that.
I did that shit for like
Never?
I've had
10
all
years.
the sexual advances. I've
No shit.
titties,
Fuck, am I
people
just
fucking.
God, I was just like,
I've blowjobs. I've seen
All
it
right.
all, bro. I've
Yep.
seen it fucking all, man.
so
Maybe it was just
This
The
is
area.
Shep
I got
talking,
lots
by the
of
way.
lots of bong rips for tips, and that was
That's
common.
tight.
But
Oh shit, yeah.
the thing that
Joints,
probably the shittiest thing,
beers.
one of the shittiest things that I ever done as a pizza delivery guy, because I was like working my way through college on these rich kids, ordering pizzas, having fun with girls, and I'm out here. It's like it's raining.
Move your mic, man. You can't see your
it's,
face.
It's
again.
raining like cats and fucking dogs, and I'm delivering a goddamn pizza, and it's in Muncie, and it's on fucking
McGalliard.
No, it was on like fucking McGalliard on the south side of Jackson.
Yeah.
It was like in that little neighborhood. I used to live right around the corner from there.
Yeah.
And it's raining like fuck. And I'm just hating life. I'm like, man, why can't my parents be rich? And I'm knocking on the door and it's raining. There's no fucking Eve on the porch. I'm standing in the fucking rain. And I hear some, a couple in there, some frat guy and some chick. They're giggly, giggly, giggly. And they're like in bed. And I'm just like, fuck this shit. And it was like a everything pizza or some shit. And I just was standing out there in the rain and I took the fucking top of the pizza box and I just fucking mashed it into the fucking pizza. It's like, all right, asshole, enjoy your fucking pizza.
Open it up, let the rain get in it.
Yeah, it's like a
shit.
Dude, one time I was living in Ball State and I was by I don't remember, over by La Follette when that was a dorm complex, and the one behind it, I can't remember what it was called, but there was like a little ravine right there in the turnaround, and when it would rain, it would flood like fuck there. So like you're up by the curb, it's not too deep, but as you go down away from the curb, when it was raining, it'd be like fucking 10 inches of fucking water.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in there, I'm a pizza guy, I'm wearing a goddamn stupid outfit, people are yelling at me because I'm an idiot, and I open the door and
you idiot.
it's like I open the door.
How much do I owe you,
to get
idiot?
the pizza,
Get a
and
real job.
I'm juggling the pizza.
The pizza
and
boys
the
here.
Cokes. And yeah, pizza man, motherfucker, pizza man. Yeah, not the fucking pizza boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Pizza boy. Fuck you, man.
It explains a lot about my life and personality in general. But
Thank you for the
open.
$2.
The doors, dude, yeah, I wish. The doors, I'm opening the door of the car. I got the pizza out, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying not to like step in water that's gonna be over my goddamn shoe. And right then a car just blasts by and they hit the goddamn 10-inch deep water, and like a flood, like a 3-foot wave just blasts me, man. And the
Standing at the door billowing, just water off the
I'm
fucking
like,
bag.
I'm like trying to get out of the car, and no bag. This is before bags.
Oh, shit.
And it knocked the pizza out of my hand, and it fell into the puddle and started to float away. And I was
Jesus.
fuck this shit. Fuck this goddamn job. This sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Pizza guy shit. Yeah. Fuck all that.
We had a system in place that we would mark the customers that didn't tip with either a Z in their first name, or we would put like a period in the special instructions to where it wouldn't show up really anywhere in the store other than on our tickets.
Right. Yeah.
And the managers hardly ever caught on to that kind of shit, and we would just change the system when they would.
Whoa.
And tons of times where I would be delivering pizzas knowing full well I ain't getting shit off this, and I would have them out the window, and just the whole trip to their house I'd have it blowing the coldest fucking air all over their food.
I'll tell you right now, dude. That shit would never fly in one of my stores, man. If
That's because I was running my shit.
Well, that's thing is like, yeah, like, dude, like if I ever found notes, I'd find out who put it in there and I'd fucking document them. And then, now here's the thing: is like, it's all about mentality, bro. It's all about mentality. If you go to a door mentally knowing that you're about to get stiffed, it changes your approach. It changes your personality. Now, if you've been working in the same store forever and you already know fucking Barbara that orders the large sausage,
right,
and doesn't even fucking jerk you off,
and she wants the large sausage.
Yeah, that's different though.
She
But
wants
leaving
it.
notes for new people, man, that'll fuck shit
All
up.
right, well,
fuck shit up.
All right, here's the thing though.
Fuck that shit, man.
Point taken. But here's what I will say: I delivering in Muncie. I delivered in Indy a couple times and actually got tips. But the whole time delivering in Muncie, we never got tips.
No shit.
I mean, very, very rarely.
Yeah, I mean, my whole life,
college town, and we got
it's just the
got
tip.
50 cents.
Just the tip.
50 cents, 45 cents a delivery.
Yeah.
I think I'm
So-
hysterical. It's okay.
Yeah, we got paid just they just gave us like I think when I first started, it was like a percentage of your total sales, and then they changed it to 45 cents a pie, which when you're running to dorms and stuff, you're taking a stack of pizzas,
Sure.
you're making, $3 or $4 a run, it was a decent paying job for goddamn 1983.
Adjusted
Yeah,
for
I get it.
inflation,
Right.
that was
And
probably
for-
about $15 a
Right.
pie.
And for as a
Shit.
job where, granted, it would have been better to like work in a bar or something where there would be people and girls, but no, it's just a world of isolated stonerism, driving around in a car, fucking middle of the night, doing your thing, listening to music.
Yeah, if you and I mean that shit was cool to me. I did
Right.
it for way longer than I should have.
No
but
shit. Everybody
was,
does.
I was making a bunch of money doing it.
it's
and I would get off work around 9 or 10 and hit the bar and have a fucking killer
Straight up
night
cash.
with a
Right.
whole pocket of cash.
Right.
Yeah.
By
I mean, there's a reason people fucking stick with it because it for what it is. It shreds fucking cars.
oh yeah, just get a
And-
cheap 4-banger
yeah.
and fucking run.
And it became a whole thing though, man. It's like at one point, it's like, dude, all my friends are fucking my coworkers. We're all goddamn bunch of late night
Yeah,
Domino's delivery
yeah.
guys, and it was, it was what it was.
What
Pizza
about
Pete.
what you caught on the security footage, Shep?
Which one?
That's one of my favorite stories.
Uh,
About the one where the couple, the one, or maybe the one guy wanted to keep the footage.
so many stories with footage, though. Damn it. Can you give me a little?
It involved a man and a woman who
Was it like employees banging after work or something?
Yeah.
sounds like so far.
Oh yeah.
on a table.
Yeah. So
one was-
yeah,
that's one of
I
my
had an
favorite
assistant
stories.
manager that he liked to fuck
You
to
know,
help. And well, yeah, so he got in big trouble. I actually think he got fired. I'm trying to yeah.
Wow.
I'm
I
pretty
think you remember you told me you
Wow.
had to fire them both,
Yeah.
but one of them was
Yeah, it did.
getting
So yeah, basically we had this assistant manager at a store, and then we had a newer CSR, and she was like helping close the store in a whole
Yes, she was.
different level. And basically, I found footage of so if you know anything about like restaurants, they have what they call like prep tables or just tables to do work on. And like I mean, there's a
okay.
camera like right there on this table. I mean, it's like directly above
so
the
they
table.
can tell how many pepperonis you're putting on a fucking pizza.
So I want you to image this, okay?
Your food cost is way out of line,
I'm gonna
Floyd.
explain it as clearly so you can have the best mental image. Okay, so it's directly above the table. There's nothing on the table except she's on the table. And she is
Sitting
laying down
on
on the table,
Okay.
completely naked.
What?
And she has her head hanging over the edge of the table, and he is standing at the edge of the table with his pants down, and he is inserting
What?
yeah
Pepperoni.
yeah
Keep a pizza, man. Keep a
yeah
pizza.
pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Let's just say
Or was
she
it-
got the large sausage
Sausage.
pizza.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
She was a team player, it sounds like.
yeah, man. The amount of video
And you
that
fired
would-
her for that?
homie. What I just explained was on the table in which we prepped food for.
Well, you fucking clean it before you use it, don't you? Jeez.
I think you're missing the point.
I think you're missing the point.
Bro, like, yeah,
Good
we had
employees
to
are
let
hard
them.
to find, man.
It's not like I had a
Jeez.
choice.
Fascist.
Jeez, man.
Fascist.
Here's
out
the
of my
thing.
hand.
Here's the
It's
thing.
out of my
choice.
hand.
I'm not saying
Corporate-
I've never done anything like that.
That's what I was going to ask.
In a pizza store.
Sex in a restaurant?
I've had.
Story?
God,
Go
man,
on.
I think I've had sex in almost every
Every
store.
restaurant I've ever been to.
every store.
Every place I've ever eaten dinner at.
I mean, that's
20
by, that's,
20 years.
That's by myself, right?
Uh,
That's-
Hey, Domino's people, if you're watching this, it's true. I've had sex in almost every single store I've ever ran.
Hmm.
Now, not as a district manager, because that's a hard one to pull off. No pun intended.
Oh,
But yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I've had sex in basically every store I've ever ran. Duh.
Happens.
When you live there, I mean, you
Right.
sleep there, you eat there, you fuck there. I mean, come on. And any person that's worked in a restaurant business for that long, and it's like you never had sex at work. And that's the thing is, ironically, I've never once fornicated with an employee. It's always been my girlfriend. I'm not that cool. Jesus Christ, guys, calm down. It's all good. I mean, I know I'm cool, but jeez. No, yeah, I mean, you can't be successful in business if you can't follow the rules. So I've never crossed the line. I've never done it. I've always been good Shep. You know,
good for you.
made a lot of money though.
I've crossed the line.
Being a good dude. Being a good guy.
crossed the line.
I mean, hold on. I mean that in a way of being a good like leader, you know. It's just when everybody else was gone, I was fucking my wife or my girlfriend in the office.
Well, the office, that's different. That's
Oh no, I've had sex on the prep table too.
See, you cleaned it off afterwards.
There just
Nobody's,
weren't
you know.
cameras. I mean, dude, I started in pizza in '99.
Yeah.
Do the math. It's not like I'm
I
gonna
wasn't
lose
cool
my
enough to
job.
get laid in a pizza place when I worked at a pizza place.
No sex in a restaurant at all? You've had sex in the Mel, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, who has
As
it?
you do.
No, I'm just kidding. I've never had sex in the mill.
All right, we
When
got
in
now. We
Rome.
need to have the like the episode of children conceived at the mill
Oh,
because I'm sure there's
I'm sure. we should
there's a couple.
we should do a month long. Like we all just stay on a podcast for a whole month, and it'll be about all the children that were never born at the mill or never conceived at the mill, but it's because they just didn't have a chance. All those semen.
So
Huh?
if Jesse and Rob ever have a kid,
All that. Oh,
we
I thought
already
we
know.
meant literally like
we already know
somebody
that kid was
fucked
conceived
in the
at
mouth
Right,
and got
right.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like imagine the opposite of that.
All
Of
right.
all the non babies that never happened. It would take a month to dedicate.
Fair enough.
Just start listing them off. We'll just give we'll go with we'll switch it every other one. So like 2 people, we'll go with this last name, and then I don't know what 2,500 kids that could have came out of that somehow.
Oh yeah, lots.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Thanks, Obama.
Dude, actually, that reminds me. I was reading this article earlier about the largest slide in the world.
How is this?
Oh no, not the largest slide, but I mean it's a big slide. Hold on. No, I'm serious.
Stay with us.
Just stay with me.
All right.
Stay with me. The alcohol is
Not the
setting in.
biggest slide. Almost the biggest slide.
Yeah.
So don't.
But
picture
no,
too
like they were
much.
talking about how many
Strapped in, I'm along for the
how many
ride.
kids have how many people have died going down this slide. It's so dangerous.
Feel good story.
Yeah, dude, it's your throat. Yeah. What?
Yeah, we don't.
What?
Yeah.
What?
At least. That was a double bagger.
Devil bagger. At least I started drinking late. God damn it. That was the worst representation of that joke maybe ever on a
Ever.
podcast.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
The bad version.
Have you guys seen?
Breaking news.
Have you ever seen?
Hashtag you're canceled. I'm canceled.
Speaking of that, we didn't get the call in from Craig Chaos Weather with Craig?
No weather. It's Jerry not being here is a little different too. It's nice
Yeah.
having Jerry here too. No Paulie, no Jerry. A little different. It's all good though. We miss you guys.
Have you seen
57 in showers.
the easy there,
Back to you.
Mr. Fancy
It's
Watch?
hot.
Back to you.
It's hot as hell.
So
It's
have
fucking
you guys
66
seen
degrees.
Woody Allen's Everything You Want to Know About Sex But We're Afraid to Ask, that movie.
Mm.
Dude, that's you guys need to watch that one. It's got it's like 4 like mini like skits within this movie or whatever you call it. And one of them is these guys are they're in the testicles and they're all these dudes dressed up in these white like parachute like outfits, and they're like, all right, and the outside of it, it's like this guy's at a bar chatting up this chick, and then like the guys in the brain and the guys in the testicles, and then the guys that are the sperm that are all like ready to jump if they get to. They're like, what if this is a false alarm? It's like, dude, what if it's just a wet dream? It's like, no, man, we're gonna make it. We're gonna get to that egg. And then he's the guy in the brain's like, all right, he's getting her into the car. Oh, wait, she's had another drink. All right, prospects are looking good. Get ready down there. And then when he starts making out with her in the car, it's like, all right, we need the erection. And you get these guys that are cranking up. Go. Anyway, yeah, that's a must for next week. I expect everyone to view that. And
I'll tell you, I knew coming into this show being on 420, I was like, dude, what a night to do a fucking podcast. I think it's kind of ironic, like we one of the first, this is what the 5th podcast we've done falls on 420. Pretty neat,
dude.
Yeah, man.
What are the coincidences?
Crazy.
Do you have the Twilight Zone sound over there?
Yes, it's that one.
Yep. Close enough.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah. I got some stuff on there. Like I got the theme song for Raymond Bowl.
Dude, this sounds so good in these headsets, man.
It's pretty cool.
The mics and everything sound really good from here.
What I would like to do though eventually is make it so. How is the camera on me? How did I manage that?
That's what you did.
You're in control now.
Hello.
You're actually the only
Look
one
at me.
here.
Look at me. Look at me.
I am.
Plot twist.
I'm the captain now.
It's all in your head.
Oh man, I got a dumb story.
Dumb stories are dope.
And this happened just the other day. And Hubert texted, I wasn't there, thank God. And Hubert texted me. This was, I don't know, some night that he was working with Dave, and this band was loading in. They got there, and the one dude's like bossing all the other dudes around. He's like, just being real, all right, take this here, put this here. And Hubert jokingly, which we all would do, he jokingly said to the guy, this is during load in, he's like, don't talk to him like that or whatever, like kind of joking that he was being the bossy Bessie of the crew. And the dude's like, he had said something, or no, he said to the fucking one of the dudes that the guy was bossing around, he's like, don't let him talk to you like that, jokingly. And the dude was like, yeah, don't you talk to my drummer. And and Hubert just was like, he just played it off. It's like, God damn, man, thank God I wasn't there, because I would have been like, oh, he's your drummer.
My drummer.
It's like, yes, boss, I've been getting his drums right in here.
Oh my God.
Like, or keyboard player, whatever. it was.
Yeah.
I was just like, holy
Jesus.
shit. And then I guess they had a miscommunication at some point, and he had complained to Hubert that he had offended him in some way. And
Hubert?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No shit. I know. I mean, well, he's usually much more of a low key insulter,
Back in the day when he was
insult.
so young and spunky, he used to piss some people off quite a bit.
He can be a little bitchy.
Yeah, not so much anymore. He's calmed down quite a bit.
Yeah, we've all gotten tired.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
That happened.
So
No, but so apparently what happened, they were on stage and he said something about they were playing something fest. That's
Punk Fest.
No, it was it's something else. But apparently, it sounded like he said "suckfest," and that's what it sounded like. And when he said that, so Hubert's over there running sound, and he's just whatever. This is after the initial friction.
Yeah.
And the dude said something, and it sounded like Suckfest, and apparently Hubert was doing the Suckfest, like and the dude flipped the fuck out and said he was making some like homophobic reference about something. It's like, what? It's like, oh God, people are fucking ridiculous. So,
Agreed.
Definitely.
You remember, John, when we played
Who I remember.
in Richmond, and we played last, and people had found these like CDRs that were sitting out,
Oh shit!
and,
Yeah.
and they
Oh,
were
fuck.
throwing them like frisbees.
Yeah.
The place was just going fucking haywire, and the owner of the bar was watching on camera,
Right.
and called the bartender and said, "Shut that shit down now." And the bartender is coming up to us like we're in fucking charge of people throwing CDs. And
You incited a fucking riot of CDRs.
so we ended up cutting off like just before. I think we might have been close to the end, and we ended up getting
No
cut
way,
off.
dude.
Did we finish?
We weren't even close.
Really? I thought we
We're
were really
close.
close because I know we had an encore plan, but none of that was.
Are
None
you
of that
sure?
was
It
going to happen.
felt like
I'm pretty sure we had an encore
We went
plan.
on 10
was
minutes.
it your people
10
doing the stuff?
No, dude.
No, it was the local.
That's no, bro.
fucking
Was it your
audience.
CDs?
I
It
know
was some
exactly.
junk ass shit
Yeah.
they had out.
We went on 10 minutes before the show was supposed to end.
Oh yeah.
We like literally, and then people started throwing CDs like maybe halfway through our set.
And I didn't even really know what the fuck was going on, but we were when they were just like shut it down. So we stopped, and I'm tearing down my shit, and I'm like cleaning up a little bit of these things that are up there, and the bartender comes up to me and just gets shitty with me and says some snide remark about like, oh yeah, maybe I should get up there and break some of your shit. And I didn't even know what the fuck she was talking about. And Nick fucking Jordan,
Oh boy.
Shit.
and he immediately is like, what the fuck did you just say? And he starts going, don't you ever fucking talk to my drummer like that shit. So that is the don't ever talk to my drummer story of mine that I have.
This whole time,
So
by
I
the
guess
way,
there is a place for that.
Yeah.
dude,
Really?
this whole time while this is all happening, I'm outside.
Yeah.
Like literally, I
didn't even
literally
know what
like
was happening.
grabbed my
cigarette.
shit and was
Wow.
gone. I was like moving my
Damn.
shit to the truck while this is all going down. I have no idea.
That's that Sick the Ripper frontman shit.
What-
Yeah,
what-
where you just show up.
Oh,
I got
hell
my
yeah.
microphone. I don't gotta set up shit.
Dude, I know.
You-
It's fucking amazing.
The band's
Yeah.
going through the time of their life right now, and you're outside
Talking to chicks.
just fucking talking to chicks.
That Muncie show,
smoking
though,
cigarettes.
that entrance was pretty dope, though. You gotta admit. I didn't know. I was told I had like 10 minutes, so I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go get some water." So I went and got like 2 cups of water, and next thing I know, like everybody on
We're all
stage
down
is
there
like,
going,
"Shep, where's Shep? Shep?"
Shep.
And I like screamed at the top of my lungs. I'm like, "I'm getting water, you sons of bitches!" Like, I don't know. It was kind of dope though. It turned out pretty well. We definitely had a lot. There was quite a bit of people.
Where
there,
was
too.
that at? Was that at Be Here Now?
Yeah, there was a lot of people there. It was fun.
I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This was
I
my
go there
first time
Very
there.
rarely.
Do they
Yeah. That was the first time I'd been there since I saw like probably Harley Poe and the Jasons in 2015.
Right on.
I haven't been there in a hot minute. No, actually, the Flops played there once. We were opening for like random fucking bands.
Right
It
on.
made no fucking sense, but our name was the one that was on the the marquee.
right on.
It made no sense. It was like, well, this will never happen again. Let's take a picture of that. What the fuck? We played
the,
like
the
nobody.
experience though for us that show was pretty dope. We played with
It was tight.
Ram and Thorn and Problems and of course Target Acquired.
Yep.
Dude, you grew up in Muncie, right?
Yeah.
What did that place use? Because that's where I saw some of my first live shows, but it was called
It was called something. It was called.
I can't remember.
Fuck. What was it called?
Where? What city?
It's in
Muncie.
It's
Be Here
Be
Now.
Here
I
Now.
can't remember what it was called
Be Here
before.
Now
Be Here
used
Now.
to be it back in the day. It was a bar called Matches.
Yeah.
But after it was only that for a short time while I was there. Then it was something else. And when it was that, it's when I saw a bunch of fucking bands there. I saw this band, fucking the Mystic Groovies, and they were kind of like a obscure, deep cut 60s psychedelic cover band of sorts, and a really fucking good lead singer, and they were really entertaining, and that's what got me seeing bands. I cannot remember the fucking name of that place. It wasn't Be Here Now. It was oh shit, but it was different because when you walked in, you still went down the stairs.
Yeah.
But there was just the stairs. It wasn't like it is now where it's all open. So they took out like the top floor so we could like look over.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that then. It was just like the stairs went straight down. And fuck me running. I cannot remember the name of that venue.
I wonder if anybody's ever actually been fucked while running. You know,
So
I
back
hear that.
so
quite a-
back to
quite a bit.
dumb shit. You've worked with some goofballs. I'm sure everybody has.
Yeah.
It's like, do you remember any like grumpy dude that you used to work with that would just say ridiculous shit that would
Oh yeah.
crack you up?
Oh, yeah.
Just like we're saying, like, you look like two monkeys fucking a coconut.
Yeah.
Or you know, two monkeys
Yeah,
fucking a football.
Fucking football.
It's like, what?
What
The fuck does that mean?
I worked with a dude named Abdur, older gentleman, served in the Navy. But when I worked with him, he was 81 to 86.
Holy shit.
Older dude.
Definitely
And
older. Jesus.
like 5 or 6 years, I think I worked with him. And in the entire time that I worked with him, he said so few words. And I mean, not just to me, but to everybody.
He was just a fucking working dude.
Yeah, he just worked his ass off, and he was old as fuck. And no, he was, yeah, early to mid 80s. Yeah, I'm accurate on that.
God
I just
damn,
wanted to
man.
verify because
He probably did great numbers and never
really
ran
is.
and never sped.
So this is what he said. Yes, sir. Bad boy. Bad boy. Yes, sir. You're good. You're real good.
So did everybody have an imitation of that dude at your workplace?
I mean,
at that
I
time?
don't think anybody's got it. Yes, sir. Bad boy. Bad boy. Yes, sir. That's all the motherfucker ever said. That's all he ever said. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Bad boy.
Dude, one time
Hold on. Let me deliver. Let me
my
deliver
bad.
here. But one time his car broke down. And I had to go pick him up, obviously. Gotta go, you know.
As you do.
Go, as you do. So I went and picked him up, and we're driving back to the store. And this guy is seriously, there is no better way to say it than very little to say. Like, he's, that's all. He always just said the same shit over and over again. He never really had anything to say. 2 different times he broke that barrier. And this one time I was driving him back, and all he said was, "Man, you drive fast." I was like, "Right on, man. You're a bad boy. You drive fast."
He just went
real
right back
fast.
into it. Man, you're real fast.
Yeah,
Bad boy.
bad boy,
Bad boy.
real fast.
Real fast.
And then one time we had this huge order going to Butler, and God damn, it was like 360 pizzas, just me and him. I've got 5 other people on the clock, but they're all outdoor hanging, putting flyers on doors and shit, because we used to peep out that line. And man, that dude, people are like fucking finding these flyers on their doors, and they're like, "Oh my god, free crack." I don't know what the fuck. We're getting hammered. I mean, I've got 5 fucking lines. I got a screen full of pizzas. Pizza's pouring. It's just me and Ab, 83, 84-year-old Ab. This motherfucker does not take phone calls, guys. Could you imagine? Like, picks up the phone.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just
Yeah, I'd like to place an order. Bad boy.
Bad boy.
Yeah, no, bro, he does not take calls, man. He's the hardest worker, like really hard worker.
Just don't get him
Quote,
on the phone.
He just doesn't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just whatever.
was
But
there language
I'm like,
barrier?
I'm like, Ab, please, man, like, please, just pick up the phone and say, Domino's Pizza, can you hold? And bro, like, I just knew it. He couldn't even figure out how to like
Put somebody
put
on hold.
him on hold, but he did it. He said, Domino's hold. Hold, please. Domino's hold, please.
Did he speak English?
But he kept hanging up on him. Yeah, perfect English, dude. Perfect English. He's just old as fuck, man. Like, some people just are different. Everybody's
Oh
different.
yeah.
But
Bad
he
boy,
just
hold.
wasn't. He was not a talker.
boy, hold.
Like, I never had a conversation
bad
with
boy.
the guy.
Oh, bad
And,
boy.
that's interesting.
It
What
sounds I'm
number do they
exaggerating, but I
call?
assure you, but no, man. So yeah, I'm like, Ab, don't hang, just hit the orange button. He's like, and dude, this is it right here. He turns to me and he says,
I quit.
God damn it, man. You're a manager. You have to manage. And I was like, whoa.
What do you think I'm doing right now?
Like,
Okay.
I've worked with this guy for like 3 years, and all I could ever get out of him is, yes, sir, bad boy. Mm-hmm.
And then he's busting your
And
balls.
like, no, bro. He like turns on me and he's like, God damn it. You're a manager. You have to manage. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Okay.
Holy fucking shit. And like, sure as shit, the fucking door hangers walk in the door right at that moment. I was like, fuck me running. If they'd have seen this, they would, because I told them they didn't believe me. They didn't believe me.
He said 3 words this time. And they
Bro,
go, nope, we don't believe
He's
you.
just that type, man. Like, he just wasn't, he was all about do it, get it done. He just didn't have a lot to say. He's just one of those people,
And he
man.
probably made
Old school as fuck.
probably
Spent
made
his whole
great
life
money,
serving in the
right?
Navy. You know what I mean?
he probably made good money as a delivery guy. 'cause he
Everybody
just
knew him.
fucking-
Everybody fucking knew him in the neighborhood. Everybody knew him. Him and his wife, like, good people, man. Awesome people. One of the best people I've ever worked with. Just not a lot. Not a man
Not a
of
talker.
not a man of a lot of words. Not a man of a lot of
That's
words. But
fucking funny.
yeah, man. Oh, I miss that guy.
Oh.
He's a cool dude.
Well, and that's one of the things about working in environments like that. And we've talked about this before. You come in, you get to know people in a particular way, on a particular level that you would never intentionally on purpose do. You just wouldn't, because you wouldn't ever have a reason to, but you're thrown together in the throes of fucking labor and you're banging shit out. You're doing shit. You get to know people that you would just never come in contact with otherwise.
Yeah.
And that's something that's really interesting about, particular types of work where everybody's not homogenous.
Mhm.
I'm like waiting every day. Like whenever we get a new person, I'm like, man, I know one of these days somebody's gonna get hired that I've worked with before, and they're gonna be like, how are you not in charge? I'm like, I fucking no idea, man. Because I haven't worked here long enough. Eventually, though, I run shit.
Bad boy.
Bad boy.
Well, dude, our time's running pretty thick. We should probably get it rolling here. Chad, thank you so much for coming on.
Fuck yeah, man.
This
Of course.
Friday.
Yeah.
Sick the
Melody
Ripper.
in.
48
We're gonna
hours.
rip it up.
48 hours. I've got my walker ready. I'm ready to throw down.
Yeah.
I've been sitting this whole time, so it's all good. But my back's getting better. I'm working out every day. Man, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning
Crushing it.
just so I can make sure I can work out and get work on getting my shit straight and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Chad, dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course, man.
It's funny when I booked the show, when I asked, when we talked about having you come on, and I didn't at that moment, it wasn't really a thought process that we were going to have a show right after it.
Yeah.
But, hell yeah.
It worked out well.
Super dope. Super
It's
dope.
cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to
Get to
play with you,
promote
man,
something.
on stage.
Dude, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
The
looking
practices
forward to it.
have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's great.
I can't wait to
It's-
show you the drum set. It's the best paint job I've done so far.
Well, I saw you
it's,
had it was all done up for Misunderstood.
Yeah, I've already repainted it. So
My
it's,
God.
we're moving right along and getting shit done in Sick the Ripper. So I cannot wait to unveil it.
Hell yeah.
It is literally, no pun intended, but fuck it, pun intended, the sickest fucking paint job I've put together yet. So
It
looking
rips.
forward to showing that off.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to
and
seeing
we might
it.
be opening this, so you do not want to miss this shit.
No,
it is
it's good.
electric. It's fucking super tight.
We have a lot of fun.
And sick as fuck. So yeah.
Sick as fuck.
And it's Friday.
Yeah,
It's
Friday.
Friday.
It's not
Hey,
Saturday.
you ain't got no
Friday.
job. You ain't got shit to do.
Yeah.
Hey, come on out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
422,
It's
baby.
cool.
And then come out Saturday
Yeah.
too, because fucking both nights are gonna be kick ass.
Oh
yeah,
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 Susie
yeah.
Moon and Haley and the Crushers.
Right.
Don't miss either
and,
one.
Yeah,
It's
come
gonna be a
out,
fucking
come out
stellar
both
weekend.
nights.
It's gonna be dope.
Because Saturday's, 3 out of town bands, and right, or is Haley
And the weather's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Is
They're
it?
they
Fucking-
they're
yeah, the weather's gonna be fucking nice.
they're from California, but actually they
was hoping for 3
just
inches on
moved to
Saturday.
Detroit. Yeah.
So
Well, you
what-
never know when it's gonna snow, so get out when
Right.
it's nice.
Yeah, no shit. Point being,
Jesus.
3 out of town bands, but come out and fucking support. It'll be a fucking blast.
It's
The
gonna be
music will be
amazing.
great. It'll
Amazing.
be fun. So plan on, people will say, "Oh, you just want my money." It's like, look,
It's not.
we don't want all your money. I just want your entire entertainment budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
huge.
we're
Susie
having the
Moon
time
is
of our
off the
lives out
charts.
there, man.
She's crazy.
I don't want
That-
your
that
rent
whole
money.
band is nuts.
I don't want your electric bill money. But if I hear you going out to some other goddamn bar,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fucking trouble.
Going to dang old be here now. Shit.
Shit. God. Yeah.
Friday's where it's at.
Oh yeah. I'm
cool.
really excited. I'm really hoping that my back's good.
Oh, you'll be all right.
Well, I know I'm gonna be all right because I already know what to do.
You just
Yeah,
bring a
you're a fucking
chair
pro.
and just sit down on stage.
Dude, yeah, no. I'm gonna get wild.
He's a bad boy.
Dude.
Bad boy.
Bad boy.
Yes, sir.
I need a ride home. Chad, you got me?
well, my kid I got my kid this weekend,
Son of a
or
bitch.
this whole week, so I'll be all right. Show's over. Let's
Gotta go.
Yeah.
See ya. No, I feel you. I hear you.
I will
mean,
be
an-
hanging around.
An Uber out here is probably only like what, $60.
$60 my ass. It's more like 150 million.
Dude,
Fucking
I
middle
took
of
an
nowhere.
Uber from the Mel before.
Have you really?
Yeah.
That's a long
Yeah,
way.
I was just like, I'm done. I'm out of. I'm not. Can't wait for somebody to come get me. I don't know. I don't remember what the fuck happened, but anyway, I Ubered home and it was like $50. But
Hell
this
yeah.
was like fucking 4 or 5 years ago when I think they got a little pricey with peak timing shit or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I drove my ass all the way home out here for $50.
Does it feel like this show went fast as hell?
It did.
Yeah.
God, man, it's wild how fast it went. It feels like we're maybe an hour and a half in, but y'all, we are 3 hours.
Yep.
And some
11
change.
minutes.
That's where we're at.
Yeah. I'm only gonna have to edit out like 2 hours of it, but
We need to. I think
because there's so much
uh,
unsubstantial information out there. No, just
I
kidding.
think
I don't do that shit.
a feature that you should add into this. I know this is just making things more complex.
Just making the show
But-
even
but-
longer.
right, but I think you should have a what we learned today as a
That's
wrap
good.
up, a summary.
Like a South Park
Or
thing.
what we've
Kyle's
talked
bit.
about
I learned something today.
Pizza
Dumb-
delivery
pizza
does not
delivery stuff.
always involve boobies.
Fucking never for me, man.
Yeah,
I never
And
got.
if you ain't the boss at the
proposition.
pizza place, having sex in there is gonna get you fired.
Right.
it's gonna. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't
Even
be
if you
fucking
wipe the table off when you're done,
Guys,
Don't fucking bother
Hey,
wiping the table
hey.
off. You're getting
Yeah.
fired.
You brought it
Fuck.
back up.
I want
Yeah.
an orgasm and get the fucking out.
I want
get
to
a new job.
reiterate that they did
Bad
this
boy.
on a camera system that is fed out to all the district managers.
Well, what's the
That's
odds
fed
that a
out.
district manager's gonna be watching at fucking 3 a.m. at that store?
On a Friday night at 3 a.m. when the store closes at 2, and they send everybody home.
Well, that
Dude.
just
And it's
shows
that-
there's a lot of
No,
motherfuckers
bro,
who got
no,
too
bro.
much time on their
I
goddamn
run.
hands.
I run at that time. I ran the busiest stores in this market. So, okay, look, when you got $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 coming in on a Friday night, what do you think? If they're gonna tune into cameras, they're gonna tune into that store.
Well, so they
And
make
they're
sure that nobody's
watching
gonna rob
people,
them?
right? Watching people count their money.
All right.
What, right?
Okay. All right.
They're
fair enough,
fucking
fair
they're
enough.
fucking idiots, right? And probably the VP or the owner of the fucking store tunes in to check out the cameras to see what's happening.
Oh, that's
and
a
their
very good idea.
busiest money making store
All
that
right.
makes them
Fair
millions
enough.
and millions of dollars
Sometimes
a
I
year.
just
Yeah,
have trouble
so,
getting
I
my
mean,
head around that.
And
they're
what do they
making
get?
it-
They get the full Monty.
I'm just
But
saying.
Could you
yeah.
imagine turning into your cameras
Okay.
at the Melody Inn and Hubert's got his dick 10,
That's
10,
the
11
least of my
inches
fucking
deep.
worries. If we fired everybody that did something stupid in the mail, we'd have no
I'm
goddamn
just saying.
employees.
I'm just saying. I had no choice.
Or
But
customers.
are
Do
they
you really
making-
think I had a choice?
Are they making you money though? I mean, if they're losing money like
If
crazy,
only there
and
was an
all they're doing is
OnlyFans back then.
all they're doing is fucking on the
Right, if they're
tables.
doing that and then like they left the
Adventures in
door unlocked
Domino's.
and a bum came in and took all the money, then they'd have to
Yeah.
reimburse us for
If
that.
they had the best Saturday
I'm
and
not
they've
a-
ever had, and
and
they're
they were
so
celebrating,
fucking pumped.
I would-
fuck me
that
on
they
this
just
I would
have to
never-
face fuck someone on the. On
I
the
would-
goddamn
I have
table.
never-
This
prep table
conversation
and
isn't
bang
even
me.
happening
Please.
because we don't endorse
What a night.
or advocate any type of this behavior.
Yeah.
Anybody, we don't even nothing like this.
Fucking the restaurants.
I advocate oral sex, just not on camera at work when people are going to be looking at the cameras.
Well, that's a fair idea.
That's fair. It's fair. I'm a fair person. But dude, when like all the people above me in the ladder are like, well, last night was interesting. It's like,
yeah, we
fuck,
made
shit.
we did $12,000.
We're
There
trying
you
to be
go.
goddamn.
Had a little celebration sex.
We're
Did you see
trying
that
to
shit?
be
Yeah, shit, it was pretty good.
YouTube
Did you guys have
stars
celebration
here.
I
sex at your
lasted
house?
fucking 10 minutes. I mean, it's a fucking miracle.
Man, you asked me about this one
These
specific one.
higher-ups,
It took
man.
me. You had to like go into detail because
I did, didn't I?
I've got, bro. I got
They hate
stories
people.
for days. I mean,
Motherfuckers hate seeing
shit, just
people get
delivering
laid.
pizzas, man. Like I've seen it all.
I know,
I've-
man.
I know my favorite one. I know we're supposed to be ending, but fucking man, it's a podcast. Who gives a
Little
fuck?
bonus.
That's
It's
how
a
this-
podcast.
that's how
Yeah,
this
boy.
thing goes.
This is on the DVD extras.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm the GM of Beast Grove. It's like 2005, and my closing driver fucking called in. No, so I had assistant close. I deliver pizzas. I get a call out to like 5 Points and fucking Thompson to this housing edition. It's past 5 Points, and I pull up to the house. Okay, new customer. I look over at the house, and it's all dark outside, but there's one window with the light on and the completely open, no shades, no nothing. And there's probably like early 40s, blonde, probably D cups, getting railed from behind by her husband.
Are you sure it was her husband?
I'm not certain of that, but I would assume based on their age, like early
Wait.
40s.
Thompson and 5 Point. What year was this?
This is
'Cause, I've
2005.
lived on the South Side for a
Oh,
long
2005.
time. And
You're 40 now, baby. You weren't 40 back then.
Well, I might have hooked up with a
Uh,
40-year-old back then.
No, they're both. It was clearly like they're a couple, and
Couple of fucking fornicators.
no, bro.
Yeah.
So I see this, and
Couple of
I'm a
freaks.
human. I take a few seconds. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like watching.
You
I'm like,
stay there and watch.
all right, okay. Well, I have to deliver this pizza now, and I already know. Like, I already know.
And it was
This
to
is a-
that house.
It's all. This is all. Like, this doesn't accident. Just like me walking up and delivering a pizza, and there's a blowjob going down 5 feet in front of the door, like inside of the house. I'm like, are you fucking kidding
I've
me,
never had anything like that happen.
Noobs.
dude? I could do this all night. Anyways, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go to this door. I gotta knock. I gotta get this pizza. I need my money. So I knock on the door, right? 1,000, 1,000. From I can see in my peripheral vision that light turns off, right? Okay. And then I hear, hold on. I'm like, fuck.
Well done. I just
Here
got
we
out of the
go.
shower.
Here we go. No, dude
It's like
comes to the
store-
door.
Penthouse
Dude comes to the
Forum.
door with the towel on, right? And this is the first thing he says. He says, were you watching my wife and I have sex? No, y'all
And
know
you
me.
said-
Y'all know me. Y'all know me. And people out there that are gonna watch this when the shit hits YouTube, y'all know me if y'all know me. I looked him in the eye and I said,
Sir, yes, sir.
I was like, yeah, you had your window completely open. I assumed you wanted me to watch you have sex.
And then they ask you to come in.
No,
Oh.
he was
You
like,
what you saw.
he was like, I'm complaining. I'm calling the store. I'm like, okay, dude,
Do you want this pizza or not?
it's $16.89. And he's like, I'm not paying you. You blah blah blah. I'm like,
Okay.
it's $16.88. He hands me a $20 bill, never calls the store. As far as I know, never orders again. Bro, yeah, that's exactly what they were looking. They were looking for some
Nice.
3-tag.
Some pizza boy action.
Simultaneous, you and me. Be the pizza guy.
man.
Simultaneous
man.
loving, baby. 2 or 3.
Please don't tell my manager. I'll do anything.
Man,
I'll do your wife.
all right, one more, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Oh God.
Okay.
That's what they were
I'm working
hoping
on the
for.
west side, like 38th Street, not the best area. I got a driver that's been gone on a delivery 3/4 of a mile from the store for over an hour. Okay, I'm freaking out.
He's dead.
I've called him. I've called the customer. I'm not getting. Dude, we get robberies constant.
Sure.
It's constant. It's the west side, bro. 38th in high school. Ninja, please. That shit's going down, and I'm freaking out. I call my boss. He's like, bro, you better go up in there. You better go up over there. So I go to this sketchy fucking apartment complex.
And you're gonna do what?
And no, bro, I thought, come on, man. I ain't scared of nothing.
You get your gun
I
and
ain't
you go out
scared
there
of
and
nothing.
find him.
I ain't scared of shit.
No man left
I'll
behind,
fucking
man. No
pull
man
up
left behind.
His fucking truck's there. I'm like, all right, well, he's here. So I go up the steps. I knock on the fucking door. I hear nothing. I'm like, fuck, dude. Fuck, man. Fuck. Because, dude, I'm hoping to hear something. I'm not going to lie, man. I honestly think this guy's been shot. I've already had people
Were you
shot.
getting ready to fucking run?
Numerous. No.
You ready to take a bullet for the Noid?
Oh yeah.
And then this time I do that old school, the old school. Fucking,
Yeah.
right?
Please, open up.
Yeah, that type shit. And man, sure as shit, that fucking door pops open fast, and I take a step back because I don't know what's coming, and it's my driver, and he's pulling up his pants, and he's like, "Dude, I swear to God, man, like she just would not stop. She made me come inside, and I'm like, dude, it's all good. Just head back to the store, man. Just go to the store."
I have no fluids left in my body.
I call my boss. I'm like,
glad you're here.
I'm like, and I was like, I tell my boss, I'm like, dude,
Go in there.
my DM at the time,
place.
and I'm like, so it's probably the best possible. What happened?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm like, he's like, well, make sure you take his time off. I'm like, I'm like, right on. And I because I'm basically following him back to the store. Get back to the store. I'm like, bro, you could have fucking texted me, man. We all thought you were fucking dead. You know?
It's like I was busy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I could do this all. The stories, dude. I'm telling you.
Next time.
Unbelievable.
Yep, next
yeah.
time,
Another
next
time.
time.
Another
Yep.
time. But
Tales
Tune in
from
every
the-
Wednesday. Tune in every
either way,
Wednesday.
guys,
Tales from the
thank you
pizza
so
crate.
much for tuning in. For those that took time out of their day to watch on, a national fucking holiday, technically. Thank you for watching the video. Chad, thank you for coming on. Dennis, thanks for coming out and
Of course,
hanging out,
man.
crashing the party, getting down on the get down. Rob, cheers, always being here, solid as fuck, beautiful man, fucking king, Robert Andrich.
No last names, please.
I didn't say your last. I could bleep it out.
I'm kidding.
That's timing. So, Chad, thank you again for coming out. Guys, Friday night, Sick the Ripper. Sorry, Rich. I didn't even think about the fact that we all could have been in the same room at this time, but love you, buddy. We'll see you Friday. Don't talk to strangers. Shop smart. Shop as smart.
Woo. Turn your headlights on.
Why are we clapping? There we go.
I love you. You think you're weird. I think you're dumb.